be a source of joy and inspiration to all the world.
In Disney's 102-year history, there have been many defining moments and countless achievements. Today, we celebrate another thrilling moment, the creation of a spectacular new Disney theme park resort coming to Abu Dhabi.
Abu Dhabi is a place where heritage meets innovation, a place where we preserve our past while designing the future.
Bringing a Disney theme park resort to Yas Island, Abu Dhabi, marks a historic milestone in our journey as a global family destination.
The 7th Disney theme park resort destination represents a new frontier in theme park ambitions. Our resort in Abu Dhabi will be the most advanced and interactive destination in our entire portfolio. The location of our park is incredibly unique. It's anchored by a beautiful waterfront, which will allow us to tell our stories in completely new ways. Ultimately, this project will be a celebration of what's possible when creativity and progress come together.
What we are creating with Disney in Abu Dhabi is a whole new world of imagination and experience that will inspire generations across the region and the world.
This collaboration represents a powerful fusion of Disney's unmatched legacy in storytelling and Mira's commitment to bringing world-class entertainment to our guests.
Abu Dhabi's vision for the future is to create a legacy for generations to come.
Disneyland Abu Dhabi will be authentically Disney and distinctly Emirati. An oasis of extraordinary Disney entertainment at this crossroads of the world. It will bring to life our timeless characters and stories in many new ways, becoming a source of joy and inspiration for the people of this vast region to enjoy for generations to come.
Here you leave today and enter a world of
Mickey Mouse! A world of princesses. A world of villains. And heroes.
Raise your sabers!
A world of other worlds!
A world of all the favorites. A world of throwbacks.
A world of...
for whatever you love. Infinite worlds await.
Open your eyes.
Think of the one place you've always wanted to see.
This is where our magic comes from?
They say if you dream a thing more than once,
Please, please, please.
it's sure to come true.
Everything you see exists together in the great circle of life.
There were stories about what happened.
It's true. All of it.
In every job that must be done, there is an element of fun.
I told you she was tricky.
Life is full of possibilities. What do you want to be remembered for?
The world is in our hands, and we gotta do something with it.
I just want to say a word of thanks to all the artists, the workers, and all of you, the young and the young in heart. You help make this dream come true.
Lights go low, the city goes high. Stories untold under moonlit skies. Brave lonely, got the vibe, got the flow for the culture. Yeah, you already know. Turn it up, lean back, feel the breeze. Late night truths drifting through the trees. It's for the culture, by the culture. Brave lonely's got the soul to show ya. Breaking it down, lifting it higher. Feel the rhythm, spark the fire. Headlines flip with a soulful twist. Behind the scenes where the magic sits. It's the heartbeat of the now and the then, where the story starts and never ends. Tune in, lean in, feel the groove. Every moment, a vibe you can't lose. It's for the culture, by the culture. Brave lonely's got the soul to show you. Breaking it down, lifting it higher. Feel the rhythm, spark the fire.
Well, hello. And you welcome in to another edition of Brainly News Virtual Tour Live. We are live on tour, ladies and gentlemen. Next month is D23. As you all know, I have been saying for a while now that it is basically busy content on YouTube until D23, where announcements are going to be made. Well, there is a very significant announcement, or a Disney-nificant announcement, okay? Because the schedule for D23 is out, and there's a lot to go through. In addition to that, ladies and gentlemen, there's a water park expansion. Potentially. We'll talk about which park, okay? All right. In addition to that, Fandango is in the news as well. We'll get into how that change for Fandango could work out for Disney as a company. Y'all, we got a whole lot to talk about, a whole lot to get through. So let's get to it, because higher is waiting, low is available. But either way, we got to go on tour. Yes, indeed, we do. Let me take down this iconic intro here. And as you can see, we are virtually live from the Walt Disney World Resort. Oh, man, they're like, okay, you know what? You're family at this point. We'll just have the fireworks on just in case. And so I thank them very much for that. You see that virtual tour background? Yes, you do. You hear that virtual tour music? Yes, you do. And then there is me. Hey, everybody, welcome in. Glad to have all of you here. You know, of course, we usually do the Walt Disney there, which we are going to do, but then I'm going to play that D23 trailer, because I think we all need to know how big this one is. Now, Disney is allegedly saying, right, that this is their biggest one yet. Allegedly, right? But we're going to get to that and see if it really is their biggest one yet. Okay, so schedule just came out a couple of days ago, so we're going to get into a lot of things. So let me get the Walt Disney video up here, because without Walt Disney, I can't make it do what it do. Yes, yeah, interesting. What park that was? I should pick that side. We're going to get to it. Let me get our good friend Walt Disney up here, so you can kick this thing off correctamundo. Here we go. Shout out to Cadillac. By the way, can we talk about an iridescent Cadillac Escalade or no? Okay, never mind. It's just me. All right, let's continue. Oh, wait, nope. Go ahead, Walt.
To all who come to this happy place, welcome. Disneyland is your land.
A lot is riding on this D23. The fans are tired. The fans are exhausted. Some of them are getting their tuxes. Some of them are getting their dresses. Some of them have papers to sign for Disney and Fed. Divorce Day, Renewal Day, D23, the convo starts right from this space right here, right now. Oh, it's not a Disney Live until we play this right here. Yes, indeed. Glad to have you in. Another Disney conversation we are about to have. Now, 8:30, I got some direction for the CW. But wait till you see that. Oh, my Lord. We got so much to talk about, a whole lot. It's really good to see you all. Glad to have you all here. Woo, man. I swear this is so much good players to
This is a global event as Walt Disney World, Disneyland Paris,
and
Tokyo Disneyland, Hong Kong Disneyland, and Disney Cruise Line. Join Disneyland in celebrating
50 years of magic.
It's the happiest celebration on Earth.
Disneyland is dedicated to the ideals and the dreams that have created America, with the hope that it will be a source of joy and inspiration to all the world.
Thank you, Walt. Appreciate you, good sir. Now that Walt Disney has introduced us to what is going on here with the energy of Disney, let's get into this trailer for D23, the ultimate Disney fan event. Let's see how big it could be. Roll it.
Hello, D23.
Let's go.
It's incredible. It's unbelievable.
Welcome to the most magical showcase on Earth. There's so many things to see.
Who else but Disney could pull off a weekend like D23?
It's everything Disney.
It's a huge part of our lives. You're going to love what comes next.
Dr. Doom.
This is a once-in-a-lifetime experience.
Will be the biggest one yet.
These truly are my people.
The surprises are going to be huge.
We are building a villain's land at the Magic Kingdom.
Everything is magical. You have to be here.
This is the biggest film ever.
There's a lot of you guys out there. Wow.
D23.
There's nothing like this.
Woo, boy.
You guys are the best fans.
You are the magic.
Woo, August 14th, 15th, and the 16th. That is on the way, my friends. So let's talk about the full schedule. This just came out July 13th. Shout out to allears.net. Here we go. It's almost time for the biggest Disney fan event of the year, everybody. There it is there. That is the one, the only, the Honda Center right there, okay? D23 is back for more big Disney announcements. We'll find out if they're big soon enough, August 14th, 15th, or 14th, 15th, and 16th. And for more and more for fans of the company and its theme parks, as we get closer to the big event, Disney is giving us the full schedule for the major event next month, okay? D23, the ultimate Disney fan event, is back back this year from August 14th through the 16th. Each year there is a major D23 event, but the D23 Expo is the biggest of them all. This event happens every other year at Anaheim, where all the biggest celebrities at Disney executives stop by to share big news about upcoming projects, behind the scenes info on their latest movies or TV shows, or shows rather, and more. Of course, the Disney Legends ceremony there. Now we're getting the full schedule ahead of the event, so we can plan for every moment, every panel we want to see. We've known about some of the panels already, but this is the first time we've gotten the full schedule. On Friday, August 14th, guests can experience the Disney Entertainment Showcase. This event takes place on the center stage at the Honda Center. This is when the celebrities will drop by to give exclusive first looks at upcoming films and series, exciting new announcements, and big musical performances. This year's presentation I will celebrate the stories audiences love. Hang on, that's a little confusing me. This year's presentation will celebrate the stories audiences love while offering an exclusive preview of what's coming next across Disney's movies, television, and live stage productions. Okay, we know usually movies and TV, but live stage productions are usually not really a big thing, so maybe they might be launching something new on Broadway. So, of course, as you guys know, you can get a separate ticket, right? Of course, there's I think there's like a 4:00 ticket where you can get it at 4:00 and stay there. Personally, I think that a D23 after hours event inside the Anaheim Convention Center would be amazing. So just exclusive nighttime events. You can have single Disney events. You can have movie nights there. So I think a D23 after hours would be very cool as a ticket. But hey, that's just me. I'm not in charge of Disney, child, sadly. But that's neither here nor there. So Saturday, August 15th is a big one for the theme park fans. That's right. It is the Horizons. Now, I know what you're thinking. Braylon, is that the Disney ride Horizons? Yes, but that does not mean Horizons is coming. Everybody's just the title. Allegedly. Disney Experiences Showcase. This is the event where we'll get those major theme park announcements, updates, and more directly from Imagineers and the Disney team. This showcase was larger than life in 2024, and this year it will be inspired by the Carousel Progress, with Neil Patrick Harris serving as host. Disney promises a few surprises along the way in this one. So Neil Patrick Harris will be serving as host, which is a lot different, right? Because usually it's Josh tomorrow, so having Neil Patrick Harris is huge. Now, I'm going to be real with you. I think John Stamos should host it. I mean, he's got the original Disneyland D in his backyard. Like, you know, the letter D. Get your minds out the gutter, you nasties. The words of Raven Simone. But yes, I think John Stamos should be able to host one of these big three events. Just saying. Hey, welcome in. Eventually expansion. Braylon wants everything iridescent at this point. It's a nice color. Good Lord. Wait, that's happening too. No. Well, D23 is Secrets Reveal, right? Biggest one for park announcements. Disney, I've been hacked. Disney, if you were, please give me a heads up if you are. Anyhow, I'm making a calendar and budgets of the projects I have done. Understood, they're good, sir. But like I said, very interesting that Neil Patrick Harris will be serving as host. And not to mention a few surprises along the way in this one. So we don't know what surprises are going to be for this. Now, I've been saying at this point, Disney needs to show 70% completed projects and opening dates. People do not want anything new from the Imagineers until they finish what they started. Okay? And they want more definition of the projects that they're already working on. That's my take on how they should do that showcase. Otherwise, it ain't gonna hit. Okay. Finally, on Sunday, August 16th, you can check out the Disney Legends Award Ceremony. This will be hosted by Ryan Seacrest once again, of course. But it focuses on those being awarded Disney legend status. This year's inductees include Chris Berman, Jerry Bruckheimer, Susan Egan, Eric Goldberg, Anne Hathaway, of course, Bob Iger, Kim Irvine, shout Kim Irvine, who is the daughter of the one and only Madame Leona Toombs from the Haunted Mansion. Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, the Jonas Brothers, Lin-Manuel Miranda, and Alec Twinnick talk about big names. This event includes several speakers from each new legend and performances throughout. And I gotta tell you something, that is going to be huge. The fact that Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, and here's the thing, right? I know people are talking about Moana and stuff. You gotta think about how amazing this is going to be. From a guy that had $7 in his pocket to becoming a Disney legend, you gotta give it up, right? You think about Lin-Manuel Miranda and what he did for Moana and for Disney as a company. I mean, he brought Hamilton to Disney. Well, Phil, you don't have an invite to the legend ceremony, and Disney should have called me to host it, because I mean, how many more things can Ryan Seacrest do? It's about time somebody new came in. The Jonas Brothers, I mean, hello. The Jonas Brothers came out when social media was just starting, right? And of course, remember Jonas and Jonas LA and Camp Rock 3. They are, of course, Disney legends. Anne Hathaway, hello, The Princess Diaries, Julie Andrews, The Devil Wears Prada 2, Jerry Bruckheimer, Pirates of the Caribbean, Chris Berman, ESPN, Phil's best friend in business, Bob Iger will be there. And you know what? He will be saying, you know what, guys? We should not just have one Disney legend. We should have two. Braylon Lee, come on up. Wait, what? What? Are you serious? Are you sure, Bob? Because I listen, I think Michael Strahan should be a Disney legend before me, because he brought stabilization to Good Morning America. Had not been for Michael Strahan, Kelly Ripa and Mark Consuelos would have a TV career. So I appreciate Bob Iger, but let's respect Michael Strahan first. Just saying. Moving on. That's a tagline, catchphrase 70%, and we aren't in August yet. Soon, very soon, Phil comes in to reject Bob Iger's award, drat, and double drat. Panels throughout the weekend will be hosted across 5 stages, and they include, here we go, everybody, here we go. A new feature-length documentary from Leslie Iwerks. By the way, Leslie Iwerks is the daughter of Iwerks, the one who made Oswald the Lucky Rabbit and Mickey Mouse. Discover how Disney's greatest storytellers draw inspiration from parks where their worlds were always meant to live, featuring a panel with top filmmakers as special guests following the debut screening of Leslie Iwerks' new feature coming to Disney Plus. Now, this is different than Disneyland Handcrafted, right? Hey Jonas live at D23, celebrating Disney legends, celebrate Disney legends Kevin, Joe, and Nick Jonas during a live recording of their hit iHeart podcast. Hey Jonas, hear unforgettable Disney stories, behind the scenes memories, and special guests as they celebrate this incredible milestone together. Disney Rewind Concert, relive the magic of VHS vibes with the ultimate throwback event showcasing some of the best Disney hits from the 80s and 90s, filled with nostalgic favorites performed by Disney and Broadway stars, including Disney legends Bill Farmer and Jodie Benson, as well as incoming legends Susan Egan. By the way, I do hope that they honor Peebo Bryson and his voice of A Whole New World. Hopefully, that will be happening there as well. Speaking of A Whole New World, Alan Menken. In this rare one-man concert, Disney legend and 8-time Academy Award winner Alan Menken shares the songs and stories behind legendary Disney films and beloved stage and screen musicals, or musicals. Shout out to Miss Darby from High School Musical, that have shaped generations of audiences around the world. D23 Masquerade, the ultimate Disney costume contest presented by AT&T. Join host Nina West for the return of the ultimate Disney costume contest. Fans will showcase their Disney-inspired creations on the runway, so join us to vote alongside judges Nicole Brown, Ashley Eckerstein, and Bobby Kim. The Simpsons, stories from Springfield, joined the cast, the creative team of The Simpsons, as they explored the art our storytelling is bringing Phil from character-driven comedy to cultural satire to finding fresh stories more than 3 decades later. Now, as we know, right? As we know, there is the Simpsons 2 movie coming out. Now, you didn't hear this from me. This is just a prediction. But how cool would it be if they premiered a sneak peek of the Simpsons 2 movie at D23? I'm just saying. Now remember, this is the schedule of the events. Of course, Disney is leaving some stuff out. That's why I'm here. Nina Nani Queenstock. Shout out to Stitch. Moana 2 without Lin-Manuel 4. The music was a risk, but they conquered good songs. They just might, right? That's what I'm saying. They just might, my friends there. So of course you can see Elsa there. How delightful. Spider-Man, R2-D2, Oswald. I think that's Buzz, and then that is Maribel right there. And then, of course, the Mixter, Mickeymouse. I mean, just... Now, I'm sure nobody tried to steal that. I am sure of it. But also, too, there's cameras outside the center, so I suggest not stealing that. Like, I know it's public, but Disney has money. Okay, their money's long money. The Muppets Musicale history with Seth MacFarlane. Okay, join Grammy-nominated vocalist and Emmy Award winner Seth MacFarlane and other special guests for a conversation about the timeless Muppets songbook. Seth will share the inspiration behind his upcoming Muppets orchestral album. The upcoming Muppets orchestral album. No. Braylon, don't say it. Don't say it. You know, it would be kind of cool if they brought back Muppet Vision 3D with, you know, Seth MacFarlane singing some new songs in the new version of Muppet Vision 3D. Did I say that out my mouth? Shut up, Braylon. Anyway, let's continue. I said nothing. I didn't say shit. I didn't say nothing. You didn't hear nothing. That was not just broadcasted live on YouTube all around the world before D23. That was not said. Moving on. Okay. All right. Percy Jackson and the Olympians Season 3. Join the cast and producers behind Percy Jackson and the Olympians for a must-see celebration packed with behind-the-scenes stories and exciting teasers as Season 3 brings the Titan's Curse to life later this year on Disney+. Camp Rock 3, The Next Generation, fresh off the world premiere of Camp Rock 3. Join the stars as they share behind-the-scenes stories and favorite moments from bringing a new era of the beloved Camp Rock franchise to life. Yeah, you know, we talked about the Cheetah Girls next gen. Could there be a sneak peek of the Cheetah Girls next gen at D23? Could Raven Simone and Adrian Holton make an appearance? Sabria Bryan, Lynn Whitfield, and Kelly Williams should be a part of it. I'm just saying, this is D23. Anything and everything that could, should, and can happen, there's a possibility. Let's keep going here, all right? Bluey, from the backyard to the big screen. Join the team behind Bluey as it gets stuck into everything you want to know about the homegrown Ozzy, oi, turn true blue global phenomenon. Take a journey from a backyard all the way to Brisbane, all the way to the big screen in 2027's The Bluey Movie. Now, this is big, okay? This is very big. It's very, very big. The Disney Experiences auction, rare and remarkable finds through live and online bidding. Okay, join your host Brett Irwin, the official voice of Mickey Mouse. Who wants this lovely art piece for $2,000? Let's start the bidding, huh? What you want me to do? They said the official voice of Mickey Mouse is going to be doing the bidding. What you want me to do? Disney find ours to discover select verified pieces from Disney theme parks and resorts that are ready for the next chapter with fans who treasure them the most. Check out the rare and remarkable finds at auction available at Heritage Auctions, the world's largest collectibles auctioneer. Oh my God. Let's see. Auctions, auction calendar. Where? Coming soon. Okay. So there are some things. Okay, there are some things. Let's look together. Okay, let's look together. All right. So, Disney Fest original event use sign. Okay, so if you remember Disney Fest, that sign's available. 60th anniversary original park used banner. Okay, all right. The happiest celebration on earth. Disneyland 50. If you know that intro, you could get that. Walt Disney World Resort 50th anniversary original resort used display. The 100 Years of Magic. Okay, if you remember this font, this was, I believe, okay. Well, actually, no, that was at the Sorcerer's Hat, but that font was there, right? Now, here is something. Walt Disney World Big Thunder Mountain Railroad customized original park use attraction vehicle could be yours. Okay. Exit Tomorrowland. Original park use signed. Spaceship Earth exit. Okay. Now this is some stuff here. Okay. Original park use flowers attraction from It's a Small World. Theme park original park use information kiosk sign. Walt Disney World Resort in character original park use aerial store sign. Right here, Walt Disney World Resort Disney's Hollywood Studios 25th anniversary sign. Muppet Vision 3D park use theater orientation. So this was actually in the theater of Muppet Vision 3D and Kermit. Now, somebody is going to probably try to delete somebody off of the face of the earth for this. And what I mean by that, y'all, is the bidding's going to be high. The original park used 3D glasses distribution bin. Okay? All right. Disney's like, oh, y'all want memorabilia? Okay. We got y'all. Disney's Polynesian Village Resort original resort use Aloha sign. Okay. The original resort use drink menu table topper. Lilo's Playhouse Lady and the Tramp original resort use character display. The Haunted Mansion. Original park use Donald the Goofy display. Okay. To all the Haunted Mansion fans out there, now this is clutch. Original park used Medusa glass slide. Okay. All right. Jack in the Box skull attraction prop. Haunted Mansion Holiday Disneyland. The Mummy sarcophagus attraction prop. Okay. Disneyland. Mad Tea Park original park used armchair and footstool. Jesse Career Carousel, Disney's California Adventure. King Triton's Carousel, original park use otter. Same thing here, sea lion here. Disney California Adventure, Park Treasures in Paradise, original park carousel using. Indiana Jones, original park use mummy attraction prop. Okay. All right, my Twilight Zone Tower Terror fans, you can have an original chair, a table, lantern. Okay, all right. Yeah. Original park use Jack Skeleton, Not So Scary Halloween Party, Very Merry Christmas Party, Stocking Stuffers, original park use merchandise display, Captain Hook, that is from a used parking lot sign, the original 30-year Maleficent there, Big Thunder Ranch, original park used backdrop, okay. Dumbo the Flying Elephant, original park used stork and attraction ornamentation. Goofy's Candy Company, all right. Original used rug. Empire Strikes Back 45th anniversary. Walt Disney World Resort original merchandise display. Now, an original trash can, park used trash can from Tomorrowland, okay. Disney's Wildest Wilderness Lodge, original resort used trash can. Vinyl Mason, y'all remember when they used to do that back in the day? Big Thunder Ranch marquee. A washboard, ladies and gentlemen, okay, from Big Thunder Ranch Original Park. Let's see what else they got. Child, they are not playing with y'all today. Of course, original park attraction vehicle. Magic Key, okay. Now, this was expensive, okay. That can be yours as well. So, that is what they have as of right now. That was some good stuff, okay. Listen, let's get back to it because that's not everything going down, right? Lego's Star Wars screening event experienced a special screening of a Lego Star Wars anime adventure filled with iconic characters, unexpected laughs, and action-packed fun. Perfect for Star Wars and Lego fans of all ages. More details to come. Let us show you, I like that play on words, let us show you how we make Bob's Burgers. Order up the Emmy-winning Bob Burgers creative team takes you from script to screen through a live demonstration featuring voice cast, live drawing, storytelling insights, and a closer look at how they bring the episodes you know and love to life. Okay. Scrubbing back in. Celebrate the return to Sacred Heart with a conversation with the cast and executive producers of Scrubs, featuring behind-the-scenes stories, fan favorite moments, and a look at why the revival resonates today, daydreams, and all. Beauty and the Beast. Tell us, that's time. Celebrate 35 years of Disney Animation's classic tale, Beauty and the Beast, from the screen to the stage and beyond, with filmmakers and stars from the anime feature film and the Broadway production inspired, including Disney legends Paige O'Hara, Susan Egan, Don Hahn, and Mark Kent, as well as incoming Disney legend Susan Egan. Zootopia, 10 years in the making. Celebrate 10 years of Disney Animation Zootopia films from theaters and Disney Plus to Disney Parks attractions around the world, with the stars and filmmakers behind the Mammal Metropolis, including Jared Bush, Byron Howard, and Michael Giacchiano. Beyond the Magic Rather, Disney Pin Trading, panel discussion with the Pin Trading product design team on their role, concept design, and the innovation in pins. The panel will include a D23 talent host and Pin Trading design team with a visual presentation to go with the discussion. Who's to say they won't drop a brand new pin that you can only get at D23? Listen, okay, y'all should know me by now. I say the quiet part out loud. The quest ahead for Disney Lacrana Trading, aka Ravensburger. Join the Disney Lacrana Trading card game team at Ravensburger as they share what fans can expect in upcoming set releases in 2027 and beyond, future events fans won't want to miss, and more exciting behind the scenes details. They will cover all the highlights from developing this amazing card game, as well as some thrilling announcements that you won't want to miss. Maybe an exclusive pack that you only get D23 as well. Yes, let's keep going here. No. Now, I wonder who talked about Kingdom Hearts on YouTube. I wonder who talked about Kingdom Hearts stuff on YouTube. I wonder who talked about Kingdom Hearts stuff on YouTube. Oh, me! I think somehow Muppets 3D or sort of show experience is obvious. It needs to happen. Thornton smells Australia coming after Bluey makes $1 billion. Baja, I smelled that stew before Bluey facto, but yes, sadly, I don't think they do unless kangaroos demand more room. Very funny. Yes, indeed. It will be undeniable. Animal Kingdom needs 2 new lands, more so than Magic Kingdom right now. Damn it, I want that. Which one did you want? Give me the HTH stuff. All the Hollywood Tower Hotel stuff. Very expensive. Yes. That guy. Oh, this guy. Yeah, I did Downtown Disney inspired by Kingdom Hearts. So, it's great that you're having a conversation on it, but, it would be cool if you can make some rising attractions off of Kingdom Hearts as well. But, hey, what do I know? I'm just a black man talking on YouTube. All right, let's keep going, everybody. Join us for a journey through light and darkness. That's the power of the Keyblade. You have the power to save the world as we commemorate 25 years of Kingdom Hearts. Discover how this saga united Disney, Pixar, and Square Enix with insights from creative minds, character voices, and more behind the magic. I believe there is a new Kingdom Hearts game coming out on the Nintendo Switch. By the way, the Nintendo Switch will be going. It won't be going away, but they're not going to be selling the Nintendo Switch after a while. I know. I got mine. I need to play it more often, but child, the culture's been busy. Disney Legends in Conversation, hosted by Disney legend Robin Roberts. Of course, we love some Robin Roberts around here. Listen in as members from the newest class of Disney Legends partake in a lightning conversation about their storied careers. Disney and National Geographic capturing the world of nature. Go behind the scenes with Disney and National Geographic storytellers as they explore how animals, ecosystem conservation, and real-world adventures have inspired some of Disney's most beloved stories, projects, and experiences. Animating the action, Disney Magic Live on ESPN. Discover how ESPN and Disney are redefining live sports storytelling by bringing iconic characters and immersive worlds from Toy Story, Monsters Inc., Mickey and Friends, and more to animated broadcasts that elevate the fan experience. Disney and Marvel legacy of stories presented by M&M's chart the legacy of Disney and Marvel storytelling through classic comics, epic crossovers, and unique insights from Marvel creators and Disney archivists. Session includes M&M's and M&M's Marvel Mini Poster Fan Packs giveaway. Would I reveal what I am going to do with Marvel during the Parks panel, or would I save it for this? I'm just wondering. Moving on. The future of digital comics, Disney, Marvel, and Webtoon explore beloved worlds in a whole new way as Disney, Marvel, and Webtoon come together to spotlight iconic comic stories reimagined for Webtoon's immersive mobile-first vertical format. Celebrate 65 years of Marvel Spider-Man from the recent return to the big screen in Spider-Man Brand New Day to fan favorite animated series, including Marvel's Spidey and His Amazing Friends, Spider-Man's 1000th comic, Toys and More. Spidey's been an enduring pop culture icon for nearly 65 years. Join us to celebrate Spider-Man with sneak peeks, behind the scenes stories, and more. I'm sure that Tom Holland will be in the building. Yes, indeed. Marvel Fanfare. Join Marvel Comics for a talk about the enduring appeal of Spider-Man, his biggest stories from the past 65 years, and more. After the panel, fans will receive an exclusive comic book giveaway. Making Disney Magic with legendary Disney animation director Ron Clements takes you inside his new book, Making Disney Magic, along with very special guests from his prolific legacy of anime films, including Disney legends Jodie Benson, Susan Egan, and Mark Henning, including as well as incoming Disney legends Susan Egan and Eric Goldberg. Let's continue. Floating Mountains. Join Disney legend Joe Rohde for an exclusive discussion of his memoir, Floating Mountains. He'll explore creativity, collaboration, and his work on Disney's Animal Kingdom, Aulani, and beyond, offering rare insights into one of Disney's most visionary artists. I promise you that is going to be filled up to the gills. Do you hear me? Of course, there is Louis there. Huz, Drawn to Life. Discover Disney animator Ron Husband's inspiring story in a new Disney Plus documentary from Don Hahn. Hahn and a panel of animated storytellers share behind the scenes stories in celebration of the artistry and mentorship behind many Disney classics. Walt Disney 125 years of inspiration. Join D23 as we salute Walt Disney's 125th birthday. Hear from those who knew him, legends who were inspired by Walt, and continue his legacy. Plus, enjoy some special performances, all inspired, and it's a fun celebration of Walt Disney. You know, things like this, I wish that fans could maybe apply for a chance to fly out and be a part of stuff like this, because Walt Disney inspires fans too. And I think that fans should be up there too, not just the legends. Just saying. It is called the Ultimate Disney Fan Event, correct? Moving on. Disney Music presents the Art of the Score. Grammy Award-winning composer Michael Giacchino shares an inside look at his creative process across Pixar, Lucasfilm, and Marvel, and how he develops music that supports a filmmaker's vision, featuring a special performance by Anthony Gonzalez. You know, I'm surprised that American Idol's not at this with a Disney night, American Idol style, bringing different American Idol winners and fan favorite contestants from American Idol performing Disney music live. I'm surprised that's not part of this. But hey, what do I know though? I'm just a black man talking on YouTube. Disney and the Grammys of musical legacy. As you guys know, the Grammys will be moving to ABC in 2027. Disney Grammy Award-winning musical artists reflect on the songs, stories, and creative choices that have shaped their careers and the enduring legacy they continue to build across generations. Ink and paint. I can confirm that Olaf will not be at this because he does not know how to draw. His words, okay? We do not slander snowmen, okay? Whether they are happy like Olaf, and Olaf believes that there are some people worth melting for, or whether you are gay snowman, Shrek 5, we agree that snowmen, and snow children matter here, okay? We embrace everybody. Damn it. Moving on. Experience the magic behind. I know Disney is like, get his picture at the front of D23 right damn now. Wait, he's not coming. I don't care. Just for the off chance Braille comes, put his picture up. He can't come in. Experience the magic behind the Disney Animation Ink and Paint department. Come together before your eyes, from rough animation by incoming Disney legend Eric Goldberg to an inker transferring the image onto a cell, and then a painter bringing it to life with vibrant color. Your dream, your valley, Disney Dreamlight Valley. Join us to celebrate Disney Dreamlight Valley, a life sim adventure game that lets you build and explore a world filled with Disney magic, rich stories, and beloved Disney and Pixar characters. Join the game creators for a retrospective and exciting sneak peek at Rivals 2026. You know, I'm surprised that Disney Speedstorm is not a part of this. Also, too, is Epic Games not going to be a part of D23? I mean, y'all did spend like, what, $1.5 billion into Epic Games, but nothing at D23 about it. Shocking. Moving on. Disney style around the world. Enjoy a showcase of iconic Disney fashion and exciting product reveals from around the globe. Hear from panelist Bobby Kim, Vice President, Global Creative Director for Disney Consumer Products, Tia Chandler, Senior Director, Global Brand Partnerships for Crocs, and Lily Ulrich, Supermodel, Mother Entrepreneur, and Disney Style Fangirl. Disney frying your magic with interior design magic. Fandom meets interior design for a panel of those who have infused Disney magic into their homes. From the minimalist to the extreme design and decor, there's endless ways to bring Disney films and parks to your life in your very own home. The force of innovation, Hasbro's Grogu animatronic. Join the galaxy's favorite foundling and the development team behind Hasbro's Ultimate Grogu collectible as they discuss the expertise and ingenuity needed to bring a character to life as an animatronic and maybe reveal a few secrets along the way. The impact and legacy of Disney toys. Disney's 100-year toy legacy comes to life as experts Alex Miller, David Pacino, and Becky Klein. Shout out to Becky Klein. For those of you who don't know, Becky Klein is a part of the Walt Disney Archives. Explore how Disney toys shape the company, the industry, and generations of fans through stories, rare art, and iconic artifacts. Now, this made me happy, okay? Worlds of Tinkerbell, Pixieland to Pixie Hollow. Join host Ashley Eckerstein, and special guests as we explore the magical evolution of Tinkerbell from Peter Pan 1953 to her own enchanting universe in this lively celebration of a favorite Disney fairy. Yes, indeed. 20 years of Enchanted. Join host Nina West and director Kevin Lima as we celebrate 20 years of Enchanted with fast-paced Easter egg-filled tribute featuring special guests and surprises from the Walt Disney Archives collection. Okay, now that's cool that they recreate Pandora like that, or maybe that's Indiana Jones. It looks like more Pandora because of the bioluminescent floating flowers there. But let's continue on here. 75 years of nonsense, Alice in Wonderland. Don't be late, don't be late, don't be late for this very important date. Celebrate 75 years of Disney's animations. Alice in Wonderland with a look back at rarely seen art from the production and go behind the scenes of the newly restored version of the classic film. 101 Dalmatians' 65th anniversary. It's been 65 years since we've seen 101 Dalmatians on our screen. Good Lord Jesus. Celebrate Disney Animation's pioneering feature film with a look back at rarely seen art from the Walt Disney Animation Research Library. Searching for the Swiss Family Robinson Treehouse. Join Disney artist Kevin Kitty as he shares about his journey to the tropical island to the original filming locations for Swiss Family Robinson 1960, including the legendary treehouse that inspired the Disneyland Park attraction. Bed, knobs, and broomsticks. 55 magical years. Disney's dazzling music has been chanting artists since 1971. This multimedia presentation uses rare photos and art to weave a behind-the-scenes spell about the Oscar-winning masterpiece, including the involvement of Walt Disney himself. The Sherman Brothers own the record. The Sherman Brothers began their Disney career at what is now Walt Disney Records. Grammy Award-winning producer and Disney music historian Randy Thoren shares rare recordings, demos, and interviews from many years collaborating with The Boys. By the way, The Boys is a documentary on the Sherman Brothers, in case you did not know. Great moments with Walt Disney. Disney historian Tim O'Day and editor of Disney Files magazine, Ryan March, share humorous stories and rare video footage of Walt Disney showing the comedic side of the man behind the magic. Okay, that'll be interesting to see. All right. Of course, there's Kevin. Of course, there. The houses Walt built. The Walt Disney Family Museum. See photos and hear intimate stories about Walt and Lillian Disney's Woking Way, Carolwood, and Smoke Tree Ranch homes. Excuse me. The Carolwood Foundation presents Walt's Barn. Come take a ride on the Carolwood Pacific Railroad as you discover the history of Walt Disney's Carolwood Barn. Along the way, you'll learn about our discovery, secrets, and upcoming projects. All aboard! Restoration at Disney, preserving our legacy. Fans will learn how the award-winning Disney restoration team preserves and restores its vast library of classics from Steamboat Willie to the Sound of Music. They'll also get to hear about the challenges and surprises encountered during the process. Sounds delightful, an illustrated audio adventure. Disney artist and historian Stacia Martin gives fans an all-new nostalgic trip through Disney music throughout the decades, playing some of her favorite clips from her personal collection of rare and vintage vinyl records. The Spotlight Stage presented by Fandango. We're going to talk about Fandango here a little bit later on. The stage is returning to the show floor with a host of panels, interviews, presentations, musical groups, and interactive moments for fans to enjoy all day long, including the return of the popular D23 Disney Stars Trivia Showdown, sing-alongs with Nina West, as well as exciting performances like Mental Mouse, Music at Disney Electrified with demos and lessons in voice acting, sketching, dancing, and more. The Spotlight Stage, presented by Fandango, is the place for fans to find some extra magic while immersing themselves in the largest show floor in the event's history. Oh, Disney's been watching. They said, "Oh, that Brantley talks too much shit." Braylon, hold our beer. We got you. Okay, all right. Now listen. Of course, the one, the only Wakanda. Everybody, yes, indeed, there, and the one, the only Miss Angela Bassett, who became a Disney legend. Yes, indeed. We can't wait to check it all out when we go next month. As always, be sure to keep following All Ears for more. So it looks like there is going to be a lot more for the fans than expected. Kingdom Hearts, not 1 but 2, Japan and the United States. Well, Japan, it's its own company, so make it 2 U.S. codes. Snowman Lives Matter, even with no skull, laughing emoji. Yes, indeed. So, guys, what did you think? That is the full schedule. And of course, by the way, shout out to Disney on the Yard. Drum Major Mickey and HBCU bands will be stomping at D23 as well. Just wanted to mention that as well. If Brian were in Disneyland Paris, we would chase each other in the Alice in Wonderland maze gardens. Probably. So, with that being said, we got something else to talk about, because that's not all the Disney news that's happening. Oh, no. Shout out to the one, the only Walt Disney World News today. Permit may hint at Typhoon Lagoon Water Park expansion. Let me say that 2 more times. Permit may hint at Typhoon Lagoon Water Park expansion. Permit may hint at Typhoon Lagoon Water Park expansion. Let's get to it. Walt Disney World filed a permit with the South Water Florida Management District for a Typhoon Lagoon backstage parking lot, hinting at possible expansion to the water park. Okay. Typhoon Lagoon backstage parking lot. WDW Magic shared details of the permit, which covers a backstage area north of Disney's Typhoon Lagoon near 1199 East Buena Vista Drive. It includes construction of a new driveway and gate, fenced-in gravel lot, sidewalk, and 2 retention ponds and treatment swales for stormwater management. The addition of a parking lot, whether backstage or not, could mean Disney is planning to expand the water park with a new ride, entertainment, or something else yet not announced. That said, the lot could just be addressing an existing parking issue. Typhoon Lagoon guest parking rarely frequently hits capacity, and guests are then redirected to the Casper parking lot or even grass parking. Maybe the new backstage parking will become the permanent Casper parking lot, and the existing Casper parking lot will be open to guests. Typhoon Lagoon and Blizzard Beach are both open this summer for the first time in a long time. Typhoon Lagoon hosting H2O Glow After Hours. Of course, as y'all know, Universal will be doing Universal Volcano Bay Nights. Typhoon Lagoon will be closed for the fall and winter starting on September 9th. What do you think? Do you hope to see an expansion to Disney's Typhoon Lagoon Water Park? Let us know on social media. So, very interesting, right? Now, you could think Moana for the expansion. You could think Lilo and Stitch. You could think Finding Nemo over there, right? There's a lot of different Disney characters that really could give it some energy there. You know what I mean? So, yes, indeed. And finally, y'all, let's talk about Fandango, because this is some big news. I know what you're thinking. How does Fandango relate to what we're talking about with Disney? We'll find out here in just a minute. Here we go, everybody. This is an exclusive from the Hollywood Report here. Fandango to be overhauled in bid to rival free streams like Tubi and Pluto exclusive. The Versant-owned media company is adding content, changing the brand name, and adding new features to grab market share free ad support streaming space. So here we go. This came out today. Versant wants to bow Tubi, Pluto, and the Roku channel in a bid for free streaming scale. The media company is overhaul its free streaming service, dropping the Fandango at home branding in favor of a more streamlined Fandango name, adding a slew of new content and features as it seeks to grow a meaningful streaming business. Fandango, of course, may be best known as the movie ticket service, selling tickets to new release films across the country. It also has a robust paid video on demand offering, renting out films that recently left theaters to use at home. The free streaming service is more nascent, but Versant executives say that simply by quietly ramping up the content in recent weeks, the service's engagement has quietly been rising. This week, the company will roll out a full-fledged marketing effort under the tagline, "We love free," to try and drive users to the rebooted offering, which Versant president of entertainment Val Bolden says will have a 20% plus increase in the number of titles and hours available to stream, including 3,500 hours of Versant content. Now, if you're wondering what is Versant, that is the spin-off company of NBC Universal. As you guys know, Bravo stayed with NBC Universal, but Versant, let me show you here of all the networks, child. Okay, know who we are. So this is Versant right here. So USA Networks, Free TV Network, Golf Pass, Sci-Fi, Oxygen, True Crime, CNBC, Golf Channel, MS Now, Rotten Tomatoes, Golf Now, Fandango. Okay, so that's Versant, in case you did not know. We have many hours of content, but now we're focusing on increasing the quality of content we have, Borland says in an interview with the Hard Report. So we're really focused on growing our premium content library. We're curating with hit news and fan favorite franchises, popular television series. We'll also have sports programming. That sports programming will include Bundesliga, Germany's top soccer league, which to deal with USA Sports on Tuesday. It's safe to assume that other sports will eventually follow. Borland says that the service will ultimately also have original entertainment fare as well, though Versant will take its time to do so. We'll build a slate that is rooted in our own intellectual property and complemented by programming that aligns with what we know our audiences will be looking for, she says. According to Will McIntosh, Versant's president of digital platforms, the explosive growth of other free streaming platforms was a big part of why the company is choosing to invest in space. Obviously, the market has been validated by some of the largest players to be probably the most prominently in that, he says, also knowing the success of Pluto and Roku channel, among others. But Versant plans to lean into Fandango's brand identity of new and recent theatrical films to help stand out, as well as its millions of consumers who have accounts to purchase movie tickets or movies at home. What we think differentiates us from all those other players is that we have this theatrical adjacent brand that no one else has, McIntosh says. Any given month, we have 50 million consumers who visit either Fandango or Rotten Tomatoes to figure out what they want to watch, whether that is movies or at home, and we'll lean into those as a megaphone. Where Fandango has a unique advantage is that we can bring audiences in through recent theatrical releases at spoiler. That is something that the others don't really get to take advantage of with our movie library, that offering we have. Suffice it to say that visitors to those websites or apps will be encouraged to check out the revamped streaming service, and the company has poured resources into enhanced product offering too, and content recommendations to add tech. From an advertising perspective, our goal is to have a better experience than what people have today, lower ad loads and ad units and experiences that don't detract from consumption, says McIntosh. We're going to invest in some strong recommendation strategy, and we're going to invest in a very strong recommendation strategy that will help people find the next thing that they love and keep them engaged within the Fandango ecosystem, adds Borland. So in some ways, it's similar to what platforms like Pluto or Tubi have done, but what Fandango has an advantage is the relationship we already have with millions of transactional customers. Long-term, the goal is to turn Fandango into the heart of Versant's streaming strategy, at least for entertainment and sports, a strategy that will ultimately impact the company's larger entertainment output. We definitely have obligations to our paid TV ecosystem, but I also think that windowing is really going to be where we use our strategy to the fullest, Borland says. Not everything needs to be on Fandango right away, but it does need to be there at some point. We're also not precious about it living on a third-party platform as well. If our biggest concern is bringing awareness to our content and getting in front of as many eyeballs as possible, wherever that should be a priority for us is building this Fandango advertising video on demand service. So you'll see all of our content. You will see all of our content eventually end up on that platform in some windowing strategy. Now it's interesting, right? Because Fandango crushed Finding Nemo, right? It's interesting because Fandango, like they said, is known for movie tickets, right? Could you imagine Fandango Studios helping independent filmmakers make studios for a theatrical release, right? And also, too, imagine Fandango Productions making TV shows for all those brands under Versant, right? So Fandango looks like it's moving from a ticketing company to a movie company. Now, I know what you're thinking. How does this relate to Disney? Let's talk about it. From the information in this article, how could this work out for Disney working with Fandango with this change in their streaming platform? Based on the announcement, this change actually creates several opportunities for Disney that go beyond simply selling movies on another platform. The biggest takeaway is that Fandango is no longer positioning itself as just a movie ticket company. Under Versant, it's becoming an entertainment ecosystem that combines theatrical ticketing, free ad-supported streaming, advertising video on demand, premium rentals and purchases, telecommerce, I'm guessing. I got transactional video on demand. I had to think for a minute. Entertainment discovery, reviews for Rotten Tomatoes, and eventually sports other live programming. For Disney, there are several strategic opportunities, a larger promotional funnel for Disney films. Instead of thinking about Disney Plus as the only streaming destination, Disney can use Fandango as the first stop in a movie's life cycle. For example, Marvel's next film, buy tickets through Fandango, receive exclusive behind-the-scenes content. After theaters rent or purchase the movie on Fandango, months later, the film moves to Disney Plus. That keeps Disney monetizing every stage of the release instead of immediately pushing everything towards subscriptions. Number 2, Disney can license select library content. Fandango's new free streaming service is expand to thousands of hours of programs supported by advertising. Disney could select license styles that don't need to remain Disney Plus exclusives. Examples could include older ABC series, older 20th Century Studios movies, legacy Touchstone titles, older National Geographic programming, older FX series after their Disney Plus and Hulu windows. Disney earns licensing revenue while introducing viewers to franchises that they may later follow on Disney Plus. That's number 2. Number 3, strong theatrical marketing. Disney is already one of Fandango's biggest partners because of Marvel, Pixar. Oh God, give me a moment. Yeah. Oh, okay, that was live. Ooh, okay, y'all. Sorry about that. Okay, I am BACK. All right. Walt Disney Animation, Lucasfilm, 20th Century Studios, with Fandango investing heavily into entertainment discovery. Disney could create campaigns such as exclusive first look trailers, collectible digital tickets, loyalty rewards, early access screenings, merchandise offers, Disney drop promotions with ticket purchases. The goal would be to increase conversion or excitement to ticket sales. Number 4, better use of advertising. Disney has introduced an ad-supported tier. Fandango's free streaming audience represents another premium advertising environment. Disney could advertise Disney Plus, Hulu, ESPN, Disney Cruise Line, Walt Disney World, Disneyland, Disney Vacation Club to viewers already watching entertainment content. Number 5, drive theatrical attendance. Disney wants theaters to remain healthy because theatrical releases generate billions before streaming. Fandango now will simplify the path from discovering a movie to buying tickets to watching content at home. That aligns well with Disney's strategy of maximizing the theatrical window before moving films to streaming. Interactive fan experiences. Disney could build experiences around major franchises. We don't want to imagine this for Frozen 3, but since it's here, I will read it, okay? Buy tickets, unlock augmented reality experiences, collect digital badges, earn discounts on Disney merchandise, receive a reminder when the film becomes available to buy, later receive a notification when it arrives to Disney Plus. That keeps fans engaged across multiple release windows. Data audience insights. Fandango captures valuable information about who buys tickets, what genres they watch, whether they rent or purchase movies, and what they'll stream afterward, while respecting privacy and partnership agreements. Aggregate audience insights could help Disney target marketing more effectively, improve trailer placement, optimize release timing, and identify audiences likely to subscribe to Disney Plus. Where Disney should be cautious, Disney would likely avoid putting flagship Disney Plus originals on Fandango's free streaming service, weaken Disney Plus as the exclusive home for marquee franchises, becoming overly dependent on another company's platform. Disney's strongest intellectual properties, such as The Mandalorian, Percy Jackson and the Olympians, and other Disney Plus originals, will likely remain exclusive to Disney Plus because its exclusivity helps drive subscriptions. But Disney could produce content for Fandango and their free streaming service, right? So there it is there. And the licensing money that they get from that can help invest into Disney Plus, Hulu, ESPN. Overall assessment, the Versa strategy positions Fandango as a comprehensive entertainment hub rather than simply a ticket sale. For Disney, the relationship could evolve into a complementary partnership. Disney continues to own its subscription ecosystem from Disney Plus, Hulu, and ESPN. Fandango becomes a high-value partner for theatrical marketing, transactional sales, rentals and purchases, selective content licensing, and free ad-support discovery. If executed well, Disney could use Fandango as a top-of-funnel platform that introduces audiences to its films, monetizes them across theatrical and home entertainment windows, and ultimately directs its most engaged fans into the Disney streaming ecosystem without replacing Disney Plus as the company's primary direct-to-consumer destination. So that is everything you need to know about Disney and what's going on. We did that 1 hour, 10 minutes, and 3 seconds. Not too bad. I'm going to turn on my camera now because we done the whole show for over an hour. Yes, we have. And I'm going to drop the link here because I know Florentin and Phil have a lot to say. From the schedule of D23 to a potential water park expansion for Typhoon Lagoon, and the fact that Fandango is seeming to transform themselves from a ticketing company to a media company. That is a huge swing right there. So, as I wait for Phil Florentin to come up, y'all, it is a lot. I do love the schedule. The fact that they are celebrating so many, and I really do mean that they are celebrating so many milestones of Disney movies at this thing. And I think to recognize those films that have been around for so long by giving the fans a celebration at D23, I do think that is representing the fans a lot more. I do think that, maybe there should be some panels where, fans can apply, to be on a fan panel, to lead a Disney fan panel, to be interviewed. There's a lot of different things that they can do. So Phil is up here. Hey, good sir.
Good evening.
Good evening, good sir. What are you thinking about all of this Disney news? And wherever you want to start is where I can rock from.
Well, Florentin shared it to me about the Typhoon Lagoon thing, and
Yes.
I'm asking myself, why did I not pick that section? Because someone speculated where it was going to be permitted. Did it speculate where it was permitted in the article? Remind me.
Right. Let's go back to it. Right here.
So, because it's a clickbait site, Pin Disney or whatever it was.
It says here, a backstage area north of Typhoon Lagoon near 119 East Buena Vista Drive. So I'll pull that up.
Yes, I got a picture of it from Instagram, and it was a backstage area. But yeah, it's a staging area right behind Crush and Gush. That's your area.
Okay, I'm trying to see. Okay, so let me pull it up right here for you all. So this is Crush and Gusher right here. I believe this is the parking lot, correct?
Yeah, parking lot's in the south. Mm-hmm. And the backstage area that is mentioned in the article is located where that marker is.
So right here is the backstage area.
Yes, that's the stage area mentioned about.
Florentin is
fine. I've been picking on with sharp.
Hello. Hey.
Oh.
Hey, how are you?
Doing good. A lot of Disney news. A jam-packed D23 schedule that is seemingly make the fans feel like celebrities, because that is a jam-packed schedule for 3 days. Okay, listen. my God. I think the fans might be just as tired as the celebrities by the end of it. And then, of course, we're talking about right now this potential expansion to Typhoon Lagoon. And then, of course, Fandango switching from a ticketing company into more of a media company as well. So a lot going on in the theme park world and the entertainment industry as well.
So I was just kind of wondering to myself how to connect to the backstage area if something was going to happen to the backstage area, like a new riding hall.
Right.
Because,
wouldn't they have to like make a pathway through this forest here to get to this expansion, or cut something right here to get to that?
I don't know how you can. The queue line is right, like sandwiched in between right to the left of Crush and Gusher.
Right.
And then you got the pool where you land from the Crush and Gusher. Now I'm going to look at it from my end to Google Earth, the handy dandy Earth here.
Yes. And by the way,
it was 8 hours long,
Yes, and by the way, y'all, just to let you know how close this is next to Disney Springs, which is conveniently right here. So, I mean, I don't know how there could be a potential pathway from Typhoon Lagoon into Disney Springs. I don't know if they can connect.
That'd be great. That'd be great. That'd be huge, because I found it very much of annoyance to me that I took the bus and I did a whole Grand Prix tour of like the whole, like from my room to Saratoga, from Saratoga Springs all the way down to Disney Springs and XYZ until I get to Typhoon Lagoon. Practically was 18 minutes when it should have been like 5 minutes.
Right.
Because of the new traffic pattern they implemented like 8-9 years ago.
Right. And honestly, to tell you the truth, from what I'm seeing here now, this is a big swing that I'm about to say here. But since Saratoga Springs Resort and Spa is right there, you could, if you wanted to, say, hey, listen, if you stay here, you could get extra magic hours at Typhoon Lagoon, because here is the golf course, there is the parking lot, there's Disney Springs, and if you cross here, you are at Typhoon Lagoon. You can also, in that same token here, you see Hilton Orlando Lake Buena Vista, Typhoon Lagoon right there. You see Wyndham Lake, you see Orlando Buena Vista. Drury Plaza is a bit of a swing to get there, but there's a way where these hotels can get the perks of Typhoon Lagoon.
Oh, so you guys are asking about a walking, like a pedestrian access?
Well, if you build on this expansion pad, as people are speculating about, that's what permanent's going to be. I'm going to be facetious and be negative, as I usually do, each show, and say that. They're just only going to put in a solar park right there, as usual.
Well, of course, for every Pooh Bear, there needs to be an Eeyore in the group. So,
Yeah.
we all have our role. And then, Florentin is Rabbit. He the very wise Rabbit.
Okay.
I mean, I get that Florida has sunlight, most of than all of the U.S., mainland. But then again, you cannot rely on stuff.
Well, let me ask this, right? Because I know that we talked about.
And it's already enough. You got.
Right. Now, I know we talked about this before with Saratoga Springs and Resort, because I think that you said, Phil, that Saratoga Springs and, the spa really wasn't what it once was. But I'm going to ask this question.
It's been closed since, the spa, it's been closed since COVID.
Right.
So the only spa on the whole Disney World property, you have to go all the way to the No Gingerbread Grand Floridian.
Yes. Now I do want to ask this. Now, this may be a big swing, but could they rebrand Disney Saratoga Springs Resort and Spa into Typhoon Lagoon Springs Resort and Spa and continue the story into that hotel and spa, because there's not really too many themed hotels.
I don't think they're going to do that.
Do you think that's too big of a swing for Disney to do, or
that is quite a swing and everything? I don't think nobody's going to invest the money to do that.
Well, I mean, do you think it could be a potential possibility at least? I mean,
I can see that becoming a thing, or that could be.
Do you mean by so as if like you theme the rooms but not because isn't the architectural structure Saratoga Springs themed to like New York State?
Yes,
it is.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So you're talking about changing it completely to Typhoon Lagoon Resort, or you're talking about more like theming the rooms, because they can do that. Like some rooms can be themed.
I think what you're saying is probably more logical of theming the rooms and the spa. But if you got Typhoon Lagoon, and we all know that there's concept art of all these rides and attractions that have never seen the light of day. So imagine the way that they did Pleasure Island, right? And how they were able to do a themed entertainment district. Imagine the story continuing at Typhoon Lagoon Resort, right? Because in order to have a lagoon, you need to have a resort, right? Because that's how most, lagoons around the country and beaches, they have a resort with it, right? Especially water parks like Cedar Point, for example. They have the Cedar Point. They have a Cedar Point hotel. They also have Cedar Point Shores, and if you stay at the hotel, you get to go to the water park. So, I mean,
yeah, and Typhoon Lagoon is right across the street from the bus depot from West Side, and then before you Phil knows about this, because if you get off the bus or your Uber or whatever, and then if there's two directions. You go to the right, you go to Disney Cirque du Soleil, you go to Disney Springs into the security entrance. But if you turn the other way, you can go. There's a walking path. The walking path will take you all the way to Saratoga Springs, which I've never done it, but it's connected. So there's a way.
That being said, there is a way to do it.
Yes, you can go. You can go from Saratoga Springs, and basically, there's a way you can go to Typhoon Lagoon if there was a pedestrian bridge.
Yeah, and I mean, basically, and hey, one person, hey, to the second person that came through, that will basically really be like.
That'll be so easy, actually. That's an easy project.
Yeah, that would be like Volcano Bay, Cabana Bay at Universal, essentially. Except it's a bit farther.
Are you saying that can be like a special perk for staying at Saratoga Springs? You got that connected pedestrian bridge to Saratoga Springs.
Yes, absolutely. Just like I said, just like Cabana Bay and Volcano Bay, like you have a path right there. Now it's a bit of a walk, but if you got extra magic hours by staying at Typhoon Lagoon Resort and Spa, you don't mind staying over there just to be over there. You know what I mean? So
yeah. Speaking of Saratoga Springs, connecting to Disney Springs, this is the bridge that is way in the back here at Saratoga Springs. I took it from the Myers bus to get back to the room.
Gotcha.
We got off the shuttle bus.
Right.
And this is the oldest part of the resort too. That was demolished.
Right.
Let's see.
Like I said, it's amazing what Google Earth can do, for real. It's absolutely incredible.
So what do you want me to do here?
I mean, you showcase the bridge, right? I mean, from there to
that's the bridge has always been there, like
right,
probably since the 70s.
Okay,
I mean,
so that bridge is right there. There's a little pathway there that seems like you can get to.
Yeah. So to walk you through of what I did back in May, for just to let you know for context. This is where you arrive. This is the main building for Saratoga, and you check in over at this spot up here. I'm not gonna click on
And then is that the Saratoga pool right there?
Yeah, that's the Saratoga pool right there.
Okay.
Yeah, it's okay. And
do you
maybe
think
that's
do you think that if they all connected Typhoon Lagoon to Saratoga Springs, do you think a name change would be appropriate? Like instead of Typhoon Lagoon, it'd be Typhoon Springs.
No. I don't think.
I think it's too integral at this point.
We got too many springs, man.
I mean, I do get where you're coming from, right? Because when I did Pleasure Springs, right, that was combined Pleasure Island and Disney Springs. So I do get
right here.
Yes, but Pleasure Springs is at Disney Springs, so you just make it the Pleasure Springs of Disney Springs. So
yes,
it's an incredible name, by the way.
Thank you.
I mean,
that was like we talked about. That was a happy accident because I believe.
I was actually thinking if you changed this instead of Disney Springs, you called it Disney Pleasure Springs, but maybe that's too. Yeah.
Yeah, and I that's the funny thing in Brainland was getting to was like I accidentally slipped up and said like Pleasure Springs,
and that's all I needed.
We're saying Disney Springs, but I said Pleasure Springs instead because we were talking about Disney Springs and Pleasure Springs, the same sentence, randomly, and like, oops, well, that's a happy accident. So great things, great inventions happen by happy accident. So,
but is your Pleasure Springs idea? Is it a new free area or is it like paid? I think it's free.
Good question. Now we know that Pleasure Island was free, but at 8 o'clock in order to get into the clubs, you had to pay a cover charge, right? And I believe Downtown Disney West Side was free, if I'm not mistaken. So Pleasure Springs would be free, just like it is now for Disney Springs. But, for the main 4 restaurants and stuff like that, you will have to pay. So I do believe it will be free.
Because since Pleasure Springs if Pleasure Springs was built, it would be so right across from Typhoon Lagoon. So even if you had like some components of it, like certain experiences, that was like a charge or something, then you could create like this package, like a water park Typhoon Lagoon package that includes an experience at Pleasure Springs.
You know what's funny about that?
And you could have the water park during the day, and then after the evening, you cap off your evening at Pleasure Springs with whatever it is.
You know what's funny? That Walt Disney intro I play every time? They had the water park and more option as an option for your ticket. So imagine if, to your point, if they renamed Saratoga Springs Resort and Spa to Typhoon Lagoon Springs Resort and Spa, and you had extra magic hours at Pleasure Springs and extra magic hours at Typhoon Lagoon, I mean, what else? You know what I mean? So you can get into Pleasure Springs an hour early, or after everybody else leaves, after the midnight New Year's Eve celebration, which will be happening in every single park, right? Then those Typhoon Lagoon Resort and Spa guests can stay at Pleasure Springs for up to an extra 3 hours, or they can also stay at Typhoon Lagoon for up to extra 3 hours. So, and listen, some nights you can do Disney Springs, right? Because both of them will be open just for those guests. So it's almost like having the park to yourself. So it's like you can spend an hour at Pleasure Springs, and the next hour you can be at Typhoon Lagoon, and that whole thing, it's its own vacation kingdom. Once again, Disney, the three of us are available for hire. Just want to say that, but it's going to cost $20 million a year for each of us over a 5-year deal. So that's
no,
20.
it's just the way that we just incorporated Pleasure Springs into this, and yes. we are familiar with Pleasure Springs. It's one thing to say, oh, if Saratoga Springs goes Typhoon Lagoon, Typhoon themed, and it's one thing to say, oh, if you had some perks with Typhoon Lagoon, but we're just like adding a perk with Pleasure Springs. Anyone that watches professionals, they're gonna be like, what am I missing? What is Pleasure Springs? Gotta Google what is Pleasure Springs.
Yes, you do. It was a legendary live stream that I did, and this one right here say, you are despicable.
You were.
I do want to say
yes.
that yesterday was my very first time ever since discovering the, I'm not gonna say it, you're gonna have your viewers, you're gonna have to discover yourself, but it's the first time that I was walking at I was there at the International Gateway, and right. I forgot about it until I got to the bridge, and I was like, oh, I was turning, and I can't believe for the first time I'm like not seeing the area as Hollywood Studios and all that. I'm just saying, oh, this could have been, this could have been the Yep.
Understood.
So that's a special. Yep.
Understood. So Phil, what are you doing right now? Are you zoning off things? I see the colors on the screen.
So where it was left off at was across the bridge, you walk through the golf course area. Mm-hmm. And I mean, this is, take back to the beginning. You get off on the bus right here, and you took the pathway around the perimeter of this parking lot right here.
Right.
Which has a name. I forget what it is right now. And it took it all the way to Saratoga Springs.
Mm-hmm.
Like half a mile, maybe. Maybe just a quarter mile. So it is definitely very possible. You could definitely walk from here to, Typhoon Lagoon. I would show you, rather than sitting on the bus for like 18 to 20 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
I found that very annoying.
Right.
Yeah, and then these days, if you want to go to Typhoon Lagoon, you gotta sit on the same bus as Disney Springs guests, and then you gotta go to Disney
that's what I
Springs,
mean.
and then you gotta transfer. You gotta transfer to another bus at Disney Springs.
Yes, that's what I'm getting at, Sloan. Yes. I found that very annoying. Like, a lot of women were just straightforward. So I would love that somehow I can put a
And this is this open water part. That's the lagoon of Disney Springs, right?
Oh no, that's a side pond. Or
this is the retention pond for the.
No, not there. Take off the path for Polygon. Right there.
Oh yeah.
It's Boonfist.
So is there a way that there could be like a mini boat to go to Saratoga Springs and then bring you to here so you can get to Typhoon?
Yeah.
Oh, but actually, yes. There's a station, but they don't use it.
Here's a station for Saratoga Springs. Then you got a station for Old Key West over here. Right here.
Right.
And it's also connected to Port Orleans on the Segula River, which is up here.
Okay.
No, I think Brian was asking if there's a station how close there's a station to Typhoon Lagoon, and the closest would be that station where Cirque du Soleil is, but they don't use it. They don't use it right now.
They don't use it.
Right there, the House of Views there, right here.
Yeah, I saw it used once.
Yeah, because I feel like that would be a great system if you can be at Typhoon Lagoon Springs and Springs Resort and Spa. You get on that boat, and then that boat takes you to that place right there, and then you just walk to Typhoon Lagoon. So basically, this is undeveloped potential that Disney's not using.
Yeah, that would cut the walking distance in like a half. I mean, and that's a good way to get back if they don't want to walk the whole way back to their resort.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. From here, from the buses, crossing the road.
Since we're talking about
that looks like a sidewalk there, or at least you can cross right there. Go ahead, Fonta. I'm sorry.
Yeah, this is bus lane here.
I was just gonna say, since we're throwing all these expansion potentials, you might as well, maybe you can make a way to go to Old Key West as well, because isn't the Old Key West golf course right across the street?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Now I wanna
nearly over half a mile walk to Disney's Typhoon Lagoon Park.
I have another idea. Oh my gosh.
Okay, go ahead.
It's funny. It is so funny. You know how you take a gondola skyliner to go skiing? Well, it would. You know what would have been amazing if where Typhoon Lagoon is, if Blizzard Beach was instead of Typhoon Lagoon. You know what I would have done? But you can still do it with Toon Lagoon as well. But imagine if that was Blizzard Beach. I would build a gondola skyliner that goes from there to back to Disney Springs.
Okay, I get what you mean.
Because it would, I'm bringing Blizzard Beach because it would have been as if you're taking the gondola to the to the Snow Mountain Peak.
Just like the gondolas that they used to have at Disneyland. I get what you mean. Mm-hmm. Now I want to ask this very quickly because I think it was you or Florentine, one of you just talked about Port Orleans, right? If you stayed at Port Orleans, right, and got on a boat from there all the way to Saratoga Springs and then walk Typhoon Lagoon, could that be feasibly possible?
Oh yeah.
Okay. So if you stayed at Port Orleans, you also get perks to Typhoon Lagoon and Disney Springs.
Sure.
Yeah, and if they use that station that they're not using,
that's right here.
Man, I swear to God, Disney. See this. Oh my God.
Yeah, it counts for Port Orleans, Riverside, and French Quarter, and even Old Key West.
Do you not know how many more people?
Oh, and the Treehouse Villa, the Treehouse Villas.
Yes. Do you not know how many
You
more
have all
people?
these.
Do you not know how many more people will book their stays at those hotels on that side if they got 3 extra hours at Typhoon Lagoon and Pleasure Springs and that area? Dog, I'll be set every Disney vacation. I don't mind the long trip back because I'm going to be chilling out at Water Park or in the entertainment district at night. So I'm good.
So here's my question, Phil. I don't know. Here's my question. I understand if you go from like another resort from far away, like let's say for example, All-Star Resorts, and then you got to take the bus to Disney Springs and transfer to go to Typhoon Lagoon. If you're staying, for example, you're staying at Saratoga Springs, and you want to go to Typhoon Lagoon, is there a bus from Saratoga Springs? You got to go to Disney Springs, and then you got to transfer at Disney Springs to another bus to go to Typhoon Lagoon. When Saratoga Springs is just, when Brian just said Saratoga Springs is just like one boat away and one boat away from.
Essentially.
Yeah, you take the bus to Disney Springs, and then you get off the bus and transfer to the Typhoon Lagoon bus.
Yeah, so we're just trying to find new ways to navigate people.
And I found it very annoying
without having
it used to be like 5-6 minutes. Turns out to be almost a half hour.
Say that one more time.
I went from. I remember it used to be just like 6 minutes to get to Typhoon Lagoon before we had the traffic pattern, for controlling the traffic. It tripled in time to get to Typhoon Lagoon. Now it's like 20 minutes.
Gotcha.
Or at worst, half hour.
Understood.
I found it very annoying.
I would imagine so, especially if
and also the same goes for going back to the resort,
And then when you go, then when you and the thing is, when you go back to your resort, then you're sitting on the bus with people from Disney Springs. So you're sitting there with just in your towel, and then across from you is, the nice, the dressed up, casual dressed up from Disney Springs.
Well, I don't know. I did not encounter it. It almost seemed like it was like separate to me, like those two.
Imagine you got like a cinnamon roll at Gideon's, bakery, and then you just seeing somebody just like, you are disgusting my air of trying to enjoy a good cinnamon roll with this chlorine on this damn bus. Hell, all these chemicals and shit.
I don't think I encountered that at all.
I know. I'm just being facetious.
Yeah, I know. I mean, it seemed like to me when I was there, we were separated, at least from those people.
Gotcha.
So it might be not completely true. So this is the staging area, as you can see here. Pretty big.
Is this for the Drawn to Life show? Is this the staging area for that show, or is this staging?
No, this is the staging area that was mentioned in the article.
Okay. And there is a lot you can do with that land. That's some decent land.
Yeah, and here's Crushing Gusher.
Oh my God! It's not even. It's stone thrown away.
Yeah. Even though I don't recall ever seeing past the trees up here.
Is there room to build a resort? Is there room to build a resort? What if you build a resort kind of like they did Cabana Bay with Volcano Bay?
I mean, that's a pretty decent sized resort. I mean, you would have to build a mini resort like a Disney hotel or something.
5 acres, but I extended it to connect to the Shark Reef area.
That would be cool if they. That would be cool if they did a resort that they did a resort that.
This is more backstage.
It would connect Typhoon Lagoon on one side, and it would connect Disney Springs on the other side. But the whole time you can walk indoors because it's a resort.
So Florentine, just to let you know, Cabana Bay Resort spans approximately 40 acres of land.
Yeah. I'm not saying the size of Cabana Bay. Cabana Bay is ginormous.
I don't know what you're going to build on like 5 acres of land.
Yeah, that's a very small thing.
That's a gas station.
Yeah, essentially.
We have one. Well, we don't have a gas station there.
I mean, the only thing you could probably do, the Fort Wilderness cabins. Maybe if you got some RVs and you theme the inside to like being a tropical paradise. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's the gas station. Yeah, we already got a gas station. Jeez, one might think.
It looks like nobody goes to that gas station, quite frankly. It looks abandoned.
That day. Yeah, there.
No disrespect to the workers at that gas station, but it looks abandoned.
But there's the cars right there. It's just shade. And also, at this time, they were building a parking garage over here. So
I was about to say, it looks like a parking garage of condominiums or something.
I don't know if that's the parking garage for employees, cast members, because
I think it is.
That one is far. That one is far. That one is next to casting building, and it's far out.
Yeah,
it looks like there's a bridge right there.
There is a bridge, but that bridge is only for employers.
Right.
That's not the bridge. That's the bridge. Yeah, that's the bridge. That's the bridge.
And that's another bridge. Yeah. So.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's a cast member's parking. Yeah. I recall that this was.
See, you can build that kind of bridge that goes from Typhoon Lagoon across the street.
Oh, yeah. Let's see how long it is. Oh, here's another bridge. It connects to the cast service building and the.
I found out this beautiful building you cannot go visit.
You cannot visit.
Oh, I don't know. Maybe the exterior.
I'm assuming because it says Mickey's Fitness Center, so I'm assuming this is where cast members go work out.
I think that's all for all services for cast members.
Okay.
This is all a bunch of offices here.
I don't know if you go there if you want to try to get yourself hired.
I think this is where you show up for your interview.
Okay.
I just wondered if that was years.
It would have been cool. This building, they did the exterior kind of like in California, the big giant building.
Oh, the animation building.
Yeah, with all the statues of the 7 dwarfs.
Yes.
So.
Just to remind you, Braylon did his thing. I did my thing. This is my scribbles. Here's the rail connection. So imagine this. You have the rail connection also connecting to Typhoon Lagoon. So that's really cool over here.
Oh, I'm curious. So if they bring the Sunrail or the Broad Line, as they said, where would the station be?
I threw it over here at the
I think
over by the bus depot, which is over here.
Oh yeah, that would be common sense.
I think, wasn't there a rumor that was coming to Disney? Now I know the Bright Line Rail is at Universal by the convention.
Yeah, well, I mean that was back when Disney was. They got one more year or a year and a half still left to hold on to that land at Lake Nona.
Okay.
Because that was back when they were talking about moving
That's right. That's right. That's right.
It was a hard no, but then I don't know. I don't know if since the whole bright line at the airport and the whole Universal now gaming on it, that now Disney is like, oh, we want to be back. I don't know.
And since then, it's been all we hear about is it's going to Shingle Creek ever since.
So the Disney Bright Line has not been built, correct?
No, we don't know when that's ever going to happen.
Gotcha.
Neither the Sunrail, whichever one it is.
21 now.
That's gonna take some time to build.
Yeah, it took like 5 years to build just that one already. I think it was 5. Connect to the airport.
Right. So as we're discussing this, what if you could give a grade of that D23 schedule on a grading scale from A+ to F? What would you give that schedule?
I'll give it B, B-, maybe.
Yeah, I give it a solid B. Yeah.
I think it'll be around that. I mean, it was a decent jam-packed schedule. I mean, that's no light schedule. I mean, good damn. I just got tired from reading it. I mean, damn.
I mean, that's the very first time that I read a schedule before D23, because in the past I just wait till D23 and I just watch it but
yes.
Were you surprised? But that's the first time you were discovering the Kingdom Hearts Incorporated. Yeah.
I'm like, okay, so maybe Disney does remember some of their history with video games. Okay, that's nice. I can give credit where credit is due sometimes, if you give the room for credit to be given to you.
Kingdom Hearts. We're not building one. We're building 2.
Yeah.
Now you know that's Phil's best friend in business. We can't talk about him too much.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. It's such an inside joke with us at this point. It really is.
Save me, Duff Man.
And like I said, with the Fandango thing, I mean, it's a side story, but I thought it was interesting that Fandango is switching from just a movie ticket company to a media company, where they're going to try to expand as a reservoir for content. And y'all know licensing is huge when it comes to content. And if Disney could, figure out a new revenue for income by producing some, new shows for the Fandango streaming service, then that could also help, the parks and everything else. Because like I said before, 70% of the whole company's revenue is the parks. Like that beats movies, TV, live events, everything.
So you're telling me if Iger has a press event that he needs?
Thornton will be back, y'all. We did not kick him out. Okay. Listen,
we'll be right back after these messages.
Yes. So he will be back.
So he was in Walk Bridge. Okay. It is 250 feet long.
Oh, that's nothing.
Yeah.
He just build that over that?
256.
Okay, yeah, that's nothing.
That's not. I'm gonna have to.
I'm not gonna say it's gonna be done in a week, but that can be done in a decent amount of time. I was about to say your device is not connected in Florenton, so as soon as you connect it.
Pleasure Typhoon. Yeah, Pleasure Typhoon.
Okay, there he is. Okay, you were making a point, good sir.
I don't. Maybe that's why I disappeared, because the point is it should not be said. No, it was just since we brought up Iger. So if Iger had to do a press event for Disney with Typhoon Lagoon and the new expansion, Brian's mission is to, instead of Iger having to hustle on his way back to Saratoga on the bus, you want to give him a smooth path so he can get to his Saratoga room much quicker, so he can get that shower that he wanted.
Yes, exactly right. Exactly right. Yes. Happy CEO, happy company. Okay, listen.
Yeah. The quicker you get to that shower, the better.
Yes, absolutely. So Phil has built a virtual bridge from that area right there, from that dot to that dot, to be able to get through that parking lot to Typhoon Lagoon.
Yes, I did. Just trying to pick which color I want for now, but I guess we'll pick yellow this time. Because this is the bright line, not to confuse it with bright line.
So wait, they want to potentially put the Bright Line train right there?
Well, that's what I placed it.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Because you got the people right here.
I think that's perfect, because that is all the
bus
that is where the Uber and Lyft pickup is.
Lyft,
so if you have a train
bus from the airport, drop me off here. Or the airport shuttles.
Yeah, and you have the buses there, you have the Uber there, you have the Lyft there. So if you have the train station there, it's perfect.
I can only imagine how much money Orlando drivers make with Lyft and Uber because of Universal and Disney. Like, just my God.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, you can use car and be an entrepreneur today in Orlando, which is crazy work.
Yeah, going back to that story about Pleasure Springs, it's right here. Looks like an arrow.
Yes.
Pointing at the golf course.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, you need a noise barrier if you want to keep the golf course over here. So here's a big, long retention pond with a sound barrier of trees. Here.
Now, Phil wanted to make the bus depot become all indoors. If you were doing your the parking structure for Pleasure Springs, or
yes,
but the train station can do that.
Yeah, where I live, there's a whole bus depot. It's all indoors. The bus depot. It's all good. So yeah, that could work too.
Yeah, bus depots underground. This whole service area, this parking garage area, this parking lot will be underground too. Will be storage. Might be just ventilation. Might be machinery that keeps everything alive above ground. And of course, this is the Mango parking lot right here. Okay. To handle the extra Pleasure Springs. At the time it was called the West Side Pleasure Island because of the real name that I gave you.
Imagine if you took my Skyliner idea from Typhoon Lagoon, and here's a stretch. There's an opening in the Cirque du Soleil tent, and the Skyliner goes through it, and you get a glimpse of what's happening in Cirque du Soleil.
That would be very intricate, my friend. I mean, just mama, dad, there's clowns down below. Yes, son, I see.
They're coming from Typhoon Lagoon, and then they see what's going on in Cirque du Soleil, and that entices them. Oh, we need to come back and we need to come see the show.
Yes.
More money.
Yes.
That is that. And of course, to keep everything hidden from the piece.
That will give some kinetic energy. Not that Cirque du Soleil doesn't have kinetic energy. But...
Right.
We put a landscape on top of this parking area. Make it all hilly and treed.
Right.
Hide it from Saratoga Springs. All office.
And by the way, let me tell you something. If you really want to know how Disney fans feel, they had feelings about La Nuba leaving. Okay? They had some strong feelings because that was their Since Pleasure Island. But from what I hear, Drawn to Life is a really good show.
I wonder whose idea would approve of
That means that means Yanuba was such a superb show because the reaction wasn't as if Cirque du Soleil was like ending. It's still there. Cirque du Soleil is still there. They're just switching to another show, but the show must have been so beloved.
Oh yeah.
Do you see her hitting Mickey, Florton?
I think so.
You do? Yep.
Yep, they're on. Is that water? No.
Yeah, that's a retention pond.
Oh, in the shape of a Mickey.
Yep.
Is that in Magic Kingdom?
Yes.
Where is that? Behind villains? No.
Yeah, this is way in the backstage area. Here's the rerouted road that they are building right now. Or they reroute it again.
Yeah, so
and here is wait a minute, that was back several years ago. I got still hold on. Let me turn this.
Since we're at Magic Kingdom, I have this important question. I have this interesting question because Magic Kingdom is the world's most visited park. It has already has and was and were. It has the record, even when Rivers of America was still there, and so I'm not saying that Magic Kingdom would not need some refurbishments, and they have. They do they took care of what they need to. A Buzz Lightyear spin, Big Thunder, now rumored Space Mountain, Carousel Progress. Refurbs are a must, and you could add in a new attraction. They added Tron. Country Bear Jamboree and all that to beloved OG classics. So if, for example, we were gonna not to say that they could expand with Magic Kingdom or an expansion to Adventureland or whatever, let's pretend that since they know that Magic Kingdom, no matter what, it's the world's most visited park as it is. Now I get why they maybe took off Rivers of America because of, I don't know, the maintenance or whatever. But let's say, for example,
it was the maintenance.
You know what?
You didn't deal with it anymore.
We know that Magic Kingdom is the world's most visited park, and that's not going to change. And it's proven even with Epic Universe. So why don't instead of competing with Universal, with Magic Kingdom right now, let's compete. Let's put full throttle Animal Kingdom. We're gonna add 2 Yans. We're gonna add Australia. We're gonna add the Ice Age, whatever you call it, Antarctica, whatever.
Yes, Ice Age, Happy Feet, the Tundra.
So you go full blown. First, you go full blown because I'm bringing this up because for me, Tropical Americas. The Indiana Jones is replacing Dinosaur. So the only thing that's new, basically for Tropical Americas, is only the Encanto Dark Ride.
Right. Well, they said that they said Indiana Jones is going to be a brand new attraction. By the way, just thought about this. One of the most underutilized franchises. It goes a little something like this. Doobie doo. I want to be like you. Ooh, ooh.
Right.
What if you turn Discovery Island into Jungle Book Island?
Yeah.
Oh, thank you. Yes.
Yeah, that'd be good.
Yes.
They only just put in this utopia. Yeah.
So what if they went really hard on Animal Kingdom? Because Animal Kingdom, if they made it like a full day park, because to me, nothing wrong with Tropical Americas, and yes, Indiana Jones may be a new experience, but it replaced Dinosaur. So
right.
the only new addition, I'm not counting the carousel because that's kind of small, but the only new addition is the Encanto Dark Ride.
Right.
And so I'm just saying, if they went really hard on Animal Kingdom, they built 2 massive new Yans, and then all of a sudden, when they went hard on Epcot, they finally did Wonders of Life Pavilion, whatever they did with it. They did the big here, the Baymax or the Inside Out, and then they went hard. Well, Hollywood Studios is already being. But I mean, if they focused on whether it's Epcot, Hollywood Studios, and Animal Kingdom hard to make these, especially Animal Kingdom would make it a full day park. I'm not saying then after that they could go back to Magic Kingdom and add whatever they need to Magic Kingdom, because because I think Epcot still needs help and Animal Kingdom still needs help. I don't know if doing that would have been more groundbreaking than. I understand they're doing the villains thing, but.
Okay, here's a new map. Sorry, Mickey. So here's what happened to America.
I think what they want to do is they want to put Magic Kingdom on steroids. Yes. Rather than putting steroids on Animal Kingdom and hitting hard on Epcot, because Epcot could hitting hard on Epcot in the central area, which if you want to compete with Epic, you have to really do Epcot and Animal Kingdom, not really Magic Kingdom, because Magic Kingdom is the king.
Right.
That's how I see it. So.
As you can see here, there's a lot of things going on here. And I fixed Reverse America. It's very simple, guys. But no, nobody wants to listen. All you needed to do was to remove this Ultimate Think dock over here, over by the Haunted Mansion building. Make the pathway along the river here.
Right.
And ta-da! You ended up behind a haunted mansion. Wow! Who would have thought?
Well, I mean that. Now I'm trying to think, right? Because I believe they talked about, and I think this is for both Disney World and Disneyland, that they came up with a system with the stretching room, which, by the way, is optical illusion, because really the stretching room is an elevator to take you under the railroad, right?
Over at Disneyland. At Disneyland, you don't need to care about that. The room just stretches.
Okay. No, I figured it was one of the two, right?
Because the stretching room might be right here.
Right. Because I was about to say, that looks like it's undeveloped land. So, like, couldn't that be like a haunted forest or something behind the haunted mansion, essentially?
Well.
Wait, did I tap into something?
Men in Black are going to come to your house, really.
Oh, shit. I did tap into something. Fuck. Well, I mean, that's just what I do, so.
Hey, I was asking Thornton this.
Yes.
And I found a guy who was talking about this at the beginning of the year, back in January. Now,
yes,
it's been very quiet since January about the Haunted Mansion restaurant. We could watch that.
I know exactly who you're talking about. DSNY Newscast has been very 10 toes down in that. For those of you who don't know, DSNY Newscast is one of the big
exactly this spot right here.
Yes, is one of the big content creators in the sector, and the reason why he believes that to be the case because the Haunted Mansion Parlor is doing so well on the Disney Cruise Line.
When did he upload that video?
I think it was 2 days ago. I don't know. It wasn't pretty recent.
He uploaded too long ago. And by the way,
to compensate National Treasure Island, I had to make the island bigger. All
understood.
So
I wanted to bring this up too. Probably at Disney also has a little something on that as well. So let me get DSNY Newscast up as well.
You can drop. You can drop. I'll drop it.
Okay, hang on.
Can you imagine if we had Jack from DSNY Newscast and we had a conversation about like the Epcot resort?
Bro,
I
think DSNY would be like, you all have been here the whole time. Like, really?
Maybe it gives him a chance to like share his like visionary Imagineering side, but I don't know if
Now, just asking you, did you see the brown line and the blue line and the black line also on my screen underneath all the yellow boxes that I showed you?
I believe so, yes.
Yeah, I had yesterday or last few days, I've been working behind the Haunted Mansion area. Okay. Men in Black are going to visit your house, I promise you. And one way or another. But I also said to myself, but it's not going to be all just dedicated to that too.
Right.
It's where Haunted Mansion is located at in that part of Magic Kingdom. It's called a certain piece of land,
right?
Square. So kind of some nods to that too. The main attraction got so freaking huge. It became 110 square feet big on ground space. Floor space. It's taking up 110 square acres. You know how much that is? I think it was like 2.5 acres on my phone.
Right.
And what I only measured behind the Haunted Mansion past, where it's like open enough.
Yes.
It was only like 3.5 acres or 4 acres if I got lucky. So anything that was there left was going to be very tight. And I want to make the area look like it's, the woods, a little bit remote. You can't get that if you use up like 75% of the land. I had to bend past the berm canal, for drainage, move the drainage canal to the north. That's what you saw, that blue line above.
Yes.
And also, too, if you want to make a perfect connection all the way around, the railroad would have to be closed down once again. And also, if you have a problem trying to connect to beyond Thunder Mountain from Big Thunder Railroad, which I believe what Disney was thinking was that was a big issue too. Yes. How the hell do we connect it to that area? Because it was going to be like from Adventureland connecting to beyond Thunder Mountain, the expansion west. But Pirates of the Caribbean came in, and then Big Thunder Mountain came in and everything got impacted.
I'm glad that you mentioned that.
Moved the railroad.
Yes.
And removing the railroad, I have the tunnel that I can use. Remove the track, have the pathway go on the track. You know, because in big cities they have a bunch of abandoned railroads, and they've been repurposed into bike paths. So that's what will just be.
Right.
You know, retractable bridge there would be a walking path, and also utilizes some space below, behind Pirates of the Caribbean too.
Yes. You know, I'm glad that you brought that up because I'm going to bring in your best friend in business right now, just for a brief moment, if you don't mind. Just hang on for 1 second.
One more thing. We're not just building one of these. We're building 2.
Now, I brought in your best friend in business for a particular reason.
I got 70 extra acres from all what I just told you.
Right. I'm about to make Phil.
Are you talking about Adventureland? You're talking about Adventureland, or
no? I'm about to say something that will actually make Men in Black come to my house, and it's bigger than the thing I said.
This one right here was actually measuring the height of the Liberty Bell.
Yes.
Oh yeah. You. Oh my God.
Or tunnel.
It surprised me when I was working on Adventureland, which I took a break from Adventureland to work on behind a haunted mansion area because, like, I don't want to be bickering with Gemini about third-party issues.
Right.
I would expect less, in Liberty Square.
Right.
But Gemini told me after I got through the repurposed, I removed the railroad track, and I got a empty railroad tunnel to behind the other side of the showboating Pirates of the Caribbean. You know what Gemini told me I was going to be? I was going to be 50 feet above ground on the other side of the railroad tunnel, overlooking the Adventureland expansion area. And I was like, how in the world, and why am I going up? And then I realized maybe the next morning or while I was working in the afternoon, like, wait a minute, I need to check this out.
Right.
Type during my lunch break. How tall is the Liberty Bell? Holy shit. It's 47 feet tall. I have to say that word because it was like, oh my goodness. Gemini did a surprise.
See, there it is. That's the kind of show that you can do on your own. I mean,
but I'm gonna add something to that. And like I said, the last thing I said about
we got a walking bridge above the canal. We got a freaking boathouse here. Let's go.
And to that point, if you guys remember, there was a riverboat. I think it was called Fullerton's Crab House.
It almost sounded like you said Florentines.
Well, I know it started with an F for sure, but it was a crab house. It was a Liberty Bell at Pleasure Island. It was a crab house, right? But the thing I'm going to say is actually going to make you feel really pissed. Because remember what I said about, could there be a dark forest behind the haunted mansion? I wonder if after your experience at the haunted mansion, if the inside could have, like, the windows have a live picture of inside the haunted mansion, like the Blue Bayou restaurant in Disneyland that goes through the Pirates of the Caribbean. Now Men in Black is banging on my door, you see. Yes.
I didn't think about that part, but you will I mean, Florida knows about this because I shared it to him. I was kind of curious about, like, okay, what is the lore storyline to the Liberty Square Haunted Mansion?
Yes.
Well, this guy who was the mayor of Liberty Square, let's just say, for example, built the mansion. Locals told him, as you know, as the
story goes,
ferry boat captain told us all the many times on Liberty Bell, you know, narration wise, like the locals told him, or locals say that this house was built on an Indian burial ground.
Yes.
And the locals warned him, and he built it anyways. And the lore, he lost his freaking ever living mind, you know, because he had to build it by himself because all of his construction workers were either getting hurt very badly or just getting, you know, because of, you know, building on sacred grounds.
Yes.
So I threw a mausoleum to that first owner out in the middle of the woods. I don't think it's going to be accessible to anybody, you know, of us, but it's going to be sit on top of a hill. And
so it will be more of a decorative thing, if nothing else.
It might be. It might be.
Understood. Well, I do have something for you all. This is
Disney.
Yes.
Or funny thing is that I got this land. Remember I have tunnels from National Treasure Island?
Yes.
It always talked about going to the Haunted Mansion. So it could pop up at the restaurant there, or if I want to use the mausoleum there, it pop out of the mausoleum.
Understood. So this is probably at Disney, and she says Haunted Mansion Mystery Project. Let's hear what she has to say about this. Here we go.
This Liberty Square structure, which has long served as part of the extended queue for the Haunted Mansion and is literally in the crosshairs of how Disney is going to connect this new land to the park, it's not being removed, it's not being demoed. Instead, Disney seems to be adding on to it. From what we can tell from these photos, it appears Disney has been working on part of the structure that faces out into Piston Peak. And there's even what looks like will eventually be a window.
By the way, for those of you who don't know, that is a gift shop, home of Madame Leota. Okay, so just wanted to bring that to your attention. Let's continue.
Now, we have known from the beginning that the Liberty Bell Riverboat dock was going to survive all of this construction, but we haven't known how Disney was going to use this structure, or if they were even planning to keep it at all, especially since it and the surrounding area is totally missing from both pieces of Piston Peak concept art. We can also see that there is a gap between this structure and the Haunted Mansion queue as it is now. So what is going on? Why is the structure being worked on? How is Disney going to handle the converging crowd flow? And how are we going to enter the Haunted Mansion in the future? Your guess is as good as mine for the moment. And if you do have theories, please do share them in the comments. But I wanted to show you today that if it wasn't obvious already, this area of Liberty Square is the spot to watch as Piston Peak construction continues to move forward. And given how fast things are changing, we are likely to learn something sooner than later just from the construction site alone, not counting D23 in just a few weeks. And the same may actually go for Villains Land, which from BioReconstruct's footage is also showing signs of future landmarks and attraction footprints. But overall, things are getting incredibly interesting at the Piston Peak worksite, and it is really cool getting to see this artwork actually come to life in the park in front of our eyes. But that is all that I have for the moment.
Again, there from Probably at Disney. Shout out to Probably at Disney. And then here is DSNY Newscast talking about the Haunted Mansion potential restaurant or parlor expansion. By the way, I just want to mention this. A prediction that Inside Out or Baymax could anchor a new health-focused experience. Okay, so listen, if you listen to us, DSNY Newscast, you're more than welcome to come on. You know,
I don't present Holly anything of my stuff ever, but I got one of them at that.
So let's listen to DSNY Newscast talking about the Haunted Mansion potential restaurant or parlor expansion. Here we go.
Within Magic Kingdom, I've said this for many, many years now. I will put it out there again. This is kind of my prediction. I'll just pull it out and just say this is another year I'm going to say it. Haunted Mansion restaurant or Haunted Mansion parlor at the Magic Kingdom. After the success of Beacon Bell last year, I think Haunted Mansion parlor being very successful on now 2 cruise ships, the Treasure and the Destiny, I think that would make perfect sense to put it in the Magic Kingdom, have it be a larger scale Haunted Mansion parlor or restaurant, and you can make a lot of money from something like that. And with all the work that they're doing now within Rivers America for Piston Peak National Park and Villains Land, that whole area is a construction zone anyway. You could easily build something to the side of Haunted Mansion, and there is a spot to the side of Haunted Mansion that has been land cleared, but we'll see what happens with that. There's a building close by in the permits, but that could be alluding to something else altogether. So we'll see what happens, but I would love them to announce a Haunted Mansion restaurant or bar.
Okay,
and
wait.
That spot he highlighted in blue, that is exactly the same spot I chose mine.
Which is, let me go back
right
here. Go back up.
But we'll see what happens with that. There's a building close
just right here, right? This blue right there.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, exactly.
And by the way, Disney,
buying the permits.
By the way, Disney, I will
that
say
could be alluding to something else altogether. So we'll see what happens. But I would love them to announce a Haunted Mansion.
The fact that those ghosts are playing, I'm gonna be with Florentin on this. It seems like the cruise lines are getting more technology in the international parks than the domestic parks. I mean, sincerely, could you imagine a ghost orchestra playing at the Haunted Mansion restaurant during your dinner?
That'd be great. Sign me up.
You know, I listen. I give the suggestion, but I'm not going. You know, because
Who wins between Beacon Bell? Well, the ghosts will cook and fillet that parrot every day. You know, I mean that it's a nice setup inside there too. But this is very good.
Yeah.
Do you guys think that when it comes to IP, that they do a better job overseas than in the domestic parks?
Oh, yeah.
Or the
Without question. I mean,
without a question for Japan.
No, it seems like the international parks overall get more love. I mean, we just saw 4 ghosts playing instruments on a cruise ship.
Now here's something to throw, since we're talking about international versus domestic. Big Hero 6 in Japan, they have Big Hero 6. They have Baymax as a spinner. So thinking about the Wonders of Life Pavilion having Baymax as
which we have talked about.
Which would be maybe it depends, because maybe in Epcot in Wonders of Life it could be an experience, it could be a show. So we're not saying that it'll be a ride or attraction. I find it so fascinating that everyone is talking about the Wonders of Life for Big Hero 6, Baymax, or Inside Out, because since the beginning, when we were doing the whole Epcot resort and everything, that was Phil was 100% on the Wonders of Life, and that is a concept that we've been brainstorming in our dreams. Inside Out or Baymax, because it's common sense.
And you could bring back bring back Cranium Command with Riley being the star, right? And then Betamax going into Riley to save Riley. So you can do those two, franchises in one thing if you really wanted to. You know what I mean? So there's a lot of room that Disney has. A lot of room for sure.
I mean, you all got real in the moment reaction from me when another episode we watched the Probably Disney and she first brought it up as speculation.
Yes. Oh no, absolutely. I think the thing I really do love about us the most is that even though we will give a prediction that may seem out the way, that doesn't mean we don't do it from a space of being in reality, right? I don't think there's ever been a prediction.
I mean, look, I was you guys were on for Animal Kingdom. You guys were focused on Ice Age. I was focusing on Australia, and look. Buey and the kangaroo area.
Yes, absolutely. No, you definitely deserve your victory lap on that for sure, because you definitely saw it before me and Phil did. The only reason why I brought up Ice Age is because the new Ice Age movie is coming out, right? And so it just made perfect sense to go into that direction. Then of course Happy Feet, being owned by Blue Sky as well, which is with 20th Century Fox. It just flowed right in.
Again, we discovered comments. We discovered comments on other Probably Disney and all that comments. People asking for Ice Age in Animal Kingdom. So that's not an idea that's in our stretch of imagination.
No, and that is the thing that I will say about us that I'm very proud of, is that anytime that we bring each other, some information to potentially make alive, we always think about, okay, do we have the energy to do this? But more than that, is it based in the realm of reality where this could actually happen? And I don't think anything we've ever pitched is something that could not ever happen.
There's a video. There's a video from Ayisa Stellar, and I showed it to Phil. He watched it at the moment. It was Ayisa Stellar's Theme Park Stop podcast, and she got some sources. She got some intel that they said that for the future, we don't know when is the future, but some sources, and it's not a surprise that there would be, because of the new train connection as a hub, would bring a new City Walk entertainment dining hub. So being able to hear that is not as close to is one step closer.
No, it is, because we have talked about that. I mean, hell, I think in my concept, it was a train to get to, City Walk 2.0. It was an electric tram that constantly was moving. You can drop yourself off and put yourself back on. So, yeah, that's not too crazy. If Alicia Stella said it, I believe it. I mean, that's just the has sources. And also, too, I do want to say this, right? Remember when we did Disney Mountain? Shout out to Mickey Mouse, of course. And Tom, he had some information on Disney, and he sat with it for a while. I think Thornton may have brought it up of I think Thornton brought it up of why is he sitting on this information? I'm just like, well, here's the thing. It's one thing to do what BFP Imagineering does, right, with public information. Tom had actual information from Walt Disney Imagineering. And their intellectual property is the closest people's government we have, right? It's almost like if you stole something from the White House or from a Smithsonian, like, you know, Ben Gates stole the Declaration of Independence, you know, which you know, that was a movie. Don't do that in real life. You will be arrested. You will not have a life after that.
You're good. If that really happens, you're gonna have a Brains virtual 24-hour megaphone.
Yes, I will have to drag you for at least a decent amount of time for sure. But to that point, Tom having that information was the equivalent of a Declaration of Independence. So, of course, he couldn't say nothing about that for months until he got the go-ahead from Walt Disney Imagineering. Like, yes, you can now release this to the internet, and we will not sue you. So, you know. So yeah, it's layers to this, because we've talked about this before. It's like we have had our moments of saying the quiet part out loud and being very ahead of a lot of things. Okay, I mean,
you know, we just talk about it, and then we carry on in our day, and when we carry on on our day, then all of a sudden news articles pop up, and then updates pop up. And then each of us has one time or another said, "See, I told you we're ahead of the game somehow." So,
and one of the biggest ones was when that Adobe Firefly partnership came out. And it's just like, are you serious? Are you fucking kidding me? Are we really doing this shit? Like the thing myself, Florentine, and Phil been doing, Disney now wants to do with rides and attractions. Okay. All right. That's cute. That's real cute. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
All right. Okay. Not like we've been doing it for a while,
And I respect for you that you did that show. No matter how hard it was, It really you really did it from the heart, because we've been so passionately invested in our creations, just our creations, and to have to hear commentary, even though now a company is saying that they're gonna tackle it, but having to hear opinions from other influencers who are more for reporting the news and the days, to question, is it even possible to create things? Is it possible to create things using it?
Yes. Yeah. I know which live you're talking about. It is the one that I think it was probably one of the most diabolical thumbnails I've ever done with Ursula. Taking over Capture the Magic video.
Do you think that we are the only example? I think we're the only that I have seen. We're the only example out there that.
Hang on, let me get myself adjusted.
We report on things. We report on things, but then we create things. So.
Oh no, absolutely. Like hang on, let me get myself adjusted it real quick, because it is a hot in Ohio. 89 degrees, ladies and gentlemen. But yes, I definitely agree. I think we are the only three in the entire theme park sector, for Disney, for Universal, and for everywhere else. We are the only three that have basically done what Disney is now doing with Adobe.
Yeah, even you for Vegas too.
Yes. Absolutely yes. Revived a whole city. Which that was an undertaking by its damn self. That was like making Epcot a reality. Okay? And all I did was just partner brands and hotels, which that did take some work. Okay, because I had to figure out what the hotel
And I
was.
thought you had a mission to go through every single resort. I thought we didn't get to Caesar's Palace yet. We didn't get to. I thought there was gonna be a part 2, and then.
Well, you know, with Caesar's
I know
Palace,
it's a
with
bold
Caesar's
undertaking.
I'm trying to think with Caesar's Palace. I think I had Halo Top ice cream because you know Caesar's is gold, and then Halo Top has the gold tops. But then I thought about like, what about the golden torch of possibility? You put that torch on, you know, to ignite the night. I thought that could be great too. So some of those hotels just needed a little tweak like that, and then some of them needed like the Jumanji Luxor, which I have to say, I think was probably one of the best hotels out of all those hotels that I created. I mean, just my God. And it's crazy too, because you know that white light that the Luxor has, they're actually testing different colors now.
Yeah, I read about that. They're
Now, Las Vegas. You know that could change to green, right? Yeah. Do the Jumanji Luxor if you want to. We're gonna have problems, okay? All right. Just say you can just hire me. We can do this very easily. Okay? All right. I won't cause no problems with nobody. Took a lot of hard work to do all those hotels. But no, I mean, I feel like the three of us are very humble in what we do because, like I said, and like you said, rather, and Phil as well, there's no other team in the theme park sector on YouTube with what we're doing. To use our good friend Ron E. Bradley's words, I will not traumatize Phil with them, but Phil knows what those words are.
Yeah, I know. That's not one.
Oh man!
And shout out to him for showing up.
Yes.
Last Friday.
Yeah, that was.
I had thought of they both. I thought they both showed up and like came on, but it was in the comments.
Yeah, that was a cool surprise. Like Ron still knows that I'm out here. That was smooth. I really appreciate that. You know, and like I said, I do wish we were more embraced by the theme park sector. You know what I mean? Because we do have good pitches.
Yeah, but I want to say something. So in the very beginning, I just had an interest just to pop up one time as a guest on OG55 or one time as a guest on Halo Gelato or one time whatever platform. And it was just a one-time guest to maybe have a moment, talk about something Disney World or something. But you know what? Instead, Brian was the first one, and I believe that it's because of that it's something greater. Because of that, we just didn't just report on news, which we could, but we started creating stuff and so yeah.
No, you're absolutely right, and I'm glad that the opportunity created itself. And I only say I wish we were more embraced because I feel like La Renee Creole, if she could watch our streams, and that's not to say she doesn't watch us. I mean, she's a very productive woman, of course. And hopefully the job is going well. La Renee Creole, Lee, still. Love you very much. Of course, you know that. Gave me a huge opportunity with Resort Recon. Would love to be on it a lot more often. But I could imagine if La Renee Creole watched some of our, live streams of what we do, she would be like, I'm just going to say she will have theme park orgasms for life. Okay. I'm just going to say that right now. Okay. Because we throw some really big swings with our concepts. I feel like you said, DSNY newscast would love us. Mickey Views would love us. There's
But what I mean by that, it was also an open door, because the way we're doing like creating and stuff, and or your dreams and it's like the imagination that if somebody else had their own idea of it, they could come on and wow us. That's why for the one person that we had, it was great to do the interview for this
that was
animation studio. But then I just got a little excited and say, well, let's have a little moment to talk about Imagineering. But I understand he wanted to keep that show about the studio. So it was an honor to do it. So,
absolutely. But that's the thing too, is like if you talk about, animation, you also do have to talk about Imagineering, because animation goes into Imagineering and Imagineering goes into animation.
Right.
And for anybody, before y'all get upset, okay, orgasm is a word. Like Renee Creole knows I'm good people, okay? She knows I would never defame her or disrespect her or this, that, and the third, okay? So stop it. But she does get excited about theme parks. And I feel like she really would be like, how did y'all come up with this? It's like, well, I mean, we're not engineer like you, but we engineer a little bit differently. You know what I mean? But hey, in due time, I feel like one of these days one of our streams will be picked up by somebody. They'll just be like, this is amazing. And then
I think if it ever were, it would be when we're not paying attention about it.
Yep, that's true.
Not saying that we're here and come on, something happened. No,
yes,
we're just here grooving. We're just here chilling. So.
Absolutely, and I appreciate that you said that, because I feel like regardless if we are ever embraced or not, we still go on. To use Illuminations. Life goes on, and we really do this because not only do we love theme parks, but we also love just seeing what could be. And I do love the fact that it's a very open concept with us. And if there is any content creator out there in the theme park sector that, you have an Imagineering, Twitch, right? And you want to come on and present something, please do. This is what this platform was created for. It wasn't just for Braylon, Phil, Fullerton to present their concepts. It was to showcase that the fans do know something, and the fans deserve to have a voice too.
Yeah, it's a way for because like you always mentioned that if there was, why there's not there's a sector for the fans to, or even an expo. Like I went to it was like a market expo, but what if there was like an expo of, you go to an expo to see people's making posters and stuff, making stuff, but isn't there an expo? Imagine if there was an Imagineering expo for the fandom, and you had a BFP Imagineering booth, and they can see our concepts.
Bruh.
Man,
it would be so amazing.
It would be such a talk of the town, because you go to this booth and look what he came up with, and look at her what she came up with, and at the end it would just be the feeling that you will get from that is
and you know what, it's so interesting too, because Destination D23 is every even year, and then D23 is every other odd year, right? And my thing is, I kind of wonder why they do that, because it's just like with Comic-Con, it's available every year. So to me, what I would do is keep those things together, but do a D23, fan expo, where you have fan panels, fans get interviewed. You have karaoke contests, you have the masquerade, all that, right? So I feel like having a Disney fan, Disney Fan Con, rather, that happens every year in the midst of people waiting for D23 and Destination D23, I think that would be a great addition. Because if you think about, like Ricky said, you know, D23 is more of the promotion of the company than the fans. Even though that schedule had a lot of fan love to it, this will be strictly dedicated for the fans.
Like, yeah, I mean, if whoever has, and yeah, who just I mean, just amongst us three, like whatever we came up with, like it's cool. I mean, it's cool hearing Phil's measurements of all that. I mean, I'm not. I would never think of like an Adventureland expansion and then it's different heights or and all that.
That was just a mistake. Purely, I thought on that end, but it was just like you're telling me something I never. What? Good job.
That was another happy accident. So
yeah.
Well, guys, another great live stream. I got one more. We're going to talk about the CW. As you guys know, the CW is a broadcast network. Really doesn't have any clear direction, but I think I have an idea for it. And if you pay attention to me, I usually always kind of tell you what I'm thinking. You just gotta be following the bouncing ball. So I'm gonna read the Daily Motivator and then head on out of here. Any final thoughts before we head out? I think we covered everything. So for those of you who don't know, the schedule is out. The D23 jam-packed schedule. I think we all gave it a B or a B plus. Because that was
B minus. We'll say B minus.
B minus.
Because you guys used to do great things, but you have not really shown it in quite a super long time.
That's true. That is true.
Otherwise, I would probably give you a B plus or A minus if you were as good as the Imagineers we used to have back in the 2090s.
No, I think that's a fair grade. I liked how you did that. I'm giving you a B minus for the schedule because it's a good schedule, but it's more about the energy that you're looking for that would bring that up.
You don't have the creators or the people who can build it,
Yeah.
It's, because when they retire, they're big shoes to fill, and they all practically now all retired, or Universal gobbled them up.
Right. Exactly.
Because like an Epic Universe, Disney Imagineers built that.
Yeah, it is crazy to think about that for sure. Great thoughts, Florentine. What are your thoughts?
What I want to say is, it's kind of ironic every time you showcase the Iger saying we're not building one or two. That was for Galaxy's Edge way back. When was that? Oh, that was way back then. I think for that time, that was a
10 years ago, that clip.
10 years ago? Man.
August 16th, 2015, yes.
Wow. Well, back then, I think for having two Galaxy's Edge, not one, but two on the same US, just on a different coast, that was probably the biggest, I would say that's the biggest D23 moment. And you would think that when they announced the villains and all that, that would have been the biggest thing too. But then when they threw in the Rivers of America was going away, I think that was like I don't know. That was really.
I found it very shady how they presented that, because they didn't mention no Rivers of America being moved until the next day.
Right.
Like.
Yeah, and then
where the
and then they had us on our. They had us on our toes for the showing for the Monsters Inc. because it two concept art. One concept art showed like animation courtyard, and the other concept art was where Muppets courtyard is. But it was we knew instant that they're gonna go with the Muppets courtyard. And
except that one clip art almost looked like they're going to utilize the animation studios. No, they won't. Muppets courtyard.
So it's a good sketch. It's a good schedule, but it's a good schedule, but is it anything that really excites me, or like I can't wait? Not really.
I mean, you guys be excited about the auction.
I want the auction items.
But I mean, when it comes to this will be the biggest D23, and maybe based on who is there and who is presenting and who is featured for that. But when it comes to parks and all that, I think they're gonna show stuff like more Yixor Lodge, more stuff that we pretty much know.
Like I said, I think
they don't need.
It doesn't change me that the international announcements are going to be the most interesting ones.
No, I agree with you. I think that Disney should have been level-headed when they made that trailer, because this is 2026 where fans believe what you say. And when you say it's the biggest one yet, you're talking about seeing rare Disney characters biggest yet energy. We're talking about like a fifth theme park type of energy. We're talking about projects that we've done type energy. You know what I mean? Like when you say biggest one yet, it needs to have an energy like, oh, that only could happen at D23. Like
there's someone else who does that is Andy Cohen with Bravo, and he would say this is gonna be the biggest reunion yet.
No, I agree with y'all. I think that, like I said, it's been busy content until D23. I will say the water park expansion was some big news, and we don't know what's going to be of that, but we got to flesh that out a great deal tonight for sure. Like I said, with Fandango becoming more of a media company, I could see that. I love the fact that they recognize that with 50 million paying, customers, that they can also create content as well. So they're not just staying stagnant, right? And I do believe Disney could use Fandango in terms of maybe, hey, for example, if you live down south and you got a Coca-Cola can, you could take that can to Six Flags. That could be your admission ticket. So imagine, I'm going to use Frozen 3 here for an example. I know, just go along.
Yeah. Oh, you know what? Frozen 3, that's going to be a big thing, because it's going to, I don't know, is it going to be a teaser? Is a teaser going to come out?
Just accept the win that I'm giving right now, okay? I'm just using it as an example to prove the point about Fandango, okay? No. We're not doing this, no. With that said, though, imagine you get your ticket for Frozen 3 from Fandango, and the first million people that get their ticket get into Walt Disney World or Disneyland for free that day. Cross promotion, you see. So potential is there. But Disney don't do that with Frozen 3, okay? Nobody's asking for that. I mean, our good Florence in here is asking for that, but it's got to be more than one person to carry on for Disney to do so. So us three been asking for quality from y'all for a while, and we have seen how lovely that's gone. Said no one ever.
I'll raise you grade if you do better. Thank you very much.
Wait, say that again.
I will raise you grades if you do better.
Okay, understood. Well, I think that's everything. And of course, all three of us will be here for the D23 Expo. Now, I did want to ask this. Do we want to cover all the announcements, like the movies, TV, or just stick to theme parks? Like, how do y'all want to do it? Because as y'all know, one Disney announcement could influence theme parks, another one could influence merchandise.
I have no preference. I mean, remember a week or two ago, we were talking about movie trailers as well, too.
Yeah, no, that's very true. Okay,
having a hot topic debate about one of the movies that they were going to try to release in November.
Right.
Okay, we have no opinions about that one.
Right. So we'll cover every announcement, and y'all know BFP.
And Simpsons. You mentioned Simpsons a lot. Maybe they premiere that one, and maybe they have a clip for Bluey, maybe as well for next year.
No, absolutely. So we'll cover all the announcements. And y'all know BFP. We talk about theme parks. We talk about going back in time. We do a little bit of everything over here. But I think that will be I think that will be our pinnacle. Honestly, this will be the first time we're all covering a D23 together and covering every announcement. And when we mean every announcement, we mean every single announcement.
Who knows? Maybe we'll do something with Kingdom of Hearts.
Yes, Kingdom Hearts.
Something new.
There is a new game coming out on Nintendo Switch with Kingdom Hearts.
Mm-hmm.
So we, like I said, we'll be here, and we will definitely give our takes to, no matter how spicy they are. I'll try to.
I want to mention one thing.
Yeah, go ahead.
Somebody gave a list of what they would be maybe potentially seeing on Zootopia coming to Disney California Adventure.
Yes. That has been a rumor for a while.
They chose, people are choosing Zootopia over Pandora.
Yes, that has been a rumor for quite a while. The last time we talked about the big blooming onion. If that could be feasible to actually make it real life.
Yeah, Florida made.
I made some visuals from Main Street.
Hey, one person, welcome in. Good to see you.
So you could see the sidelines of the hideous mushroom, blooming onion over the train station. I even did Westcott to show how big that space station Earth that ball would be like. But that would be different though, because wow.
The blooming onion looked better by the spatial Earth on Westcott.
No, because West Coasters, they say that you can really see the Guardians tower from the train station. So,
okay, really?
The only thing I can think about besides the blooming onion is Benoit Blanc from Knives Out. There's a donut and there's a hole in the donut. That's the thing. That's the real thing I can think about. When I saw that, I was like, wait, that's a big donut and there's a hole in the donut. Shout out to Daniel Craig, what he has done with Benoit Blanc, and shout out to Ryan Johnson. What those men have done with Knives Out is amazing. Now, could Knives Out potentially come to Universal? I would love that shit. I really would. I don't think it could work at Disney because Disney and murder really don't go too well. I mean, you got Clue from Hasbro, but just.
So if we're recapping, that would be on our own timing, and then we just recap everything, or are we doing all that in moment in time? Because that's gonna be ooh.
Yeah, no. Good question. Should we just You know, once we find
Or
out.
no, if for you, if you're available, and you want to recap in in real time, but
Well, that's
do
the
it by
thing.
all
Like,
means.
that's the thing. I would love to stream the D23 announcements live from YouTube, but of course, we all know what copyright is, right? So, what I'm guessing here, and we're doing this live in real time with all of you, so please comment in the live chat, comment below at the end of in the comment section below, rather. When the movies and TV announcements come out, should we do a live that day? And then when the theme park announcements come out, should we do a live that day so we can kind of break up the monotony of it all? Doing one
I mean, if we're available to do it.
Yeah.
But you know, even if one of us is not available, you can always do it. And then, because what I wanted to say is we are, of course, Brian. He's very expertise in entertainment and television and all that. We're expertise in our own thing. He's an expertise at that. I'm an expertise.
He's the math. Wait.
Yeah, right. I'm something else. But what I want to say is, when it comes to stuff like that, when it comes to D23, it's going to be our very first time. Well, for me and Phil, Brian has covered it before, but as with a panel, it'll be the first time. But you're going to get reaction from, I want to say it, from an average viewer, average friends, and it's not like we're so educated on this and we know, because sometimes movies and whatever subject, I think we're going to be very strong at the parks, of course, at the parks one. But when it comes to television and movies, maybe you and Phil are better to recap it in real time than I am. I can always come in. I can always come in as a recap episode, and you can just ask what my feedback was.
Right. But I will say this, like you said, you are the visionaire extraordinaire, right? So with you, and you do care about Disney characters, and you do know the lore, right? So I would say that with movies and TV, you're very good at, you can read a character and see if it makes sense, right? So you do have that one, you do have, that's what I'm gonna say, you're the visionaire wonder, right? You have that vision to be like, I don't see it, but I could see something.
Yeah, okay.
You know what I mean? So yeah, we all do what we do. I know that my strongest suit is branding and movies and TV, but also too, we all know that we throw down theme parks too. But we'll give a comprehensive overview. I think the biggest thing, like I said to y'all before,
it doesn't matter if it's something that you're not into it, because there's things that we're not into it. But we just watch it and then just like, did it move you? Did it move you an inch?
Yes.
No.
Correct.
But if it moved an inch, okay, wow.
But you know what I will say, Josh Damaro, you got a lot of weight on this D23 for this being your first one as CEO.
There might be some humor moments, because maybe there's some cringy stuff, and there's some.
I remember when Deadpool came out and had some suggestions for Disney. That was hilarious. So maybe Deadpool might come back out and give some more suggestions. And you know what? Honestly, too, I would love to see maybe like a Marvel superhero or supervillain. Oh, you know what? I just thought about it. What if? And this is and after this, then we'll do the Dave over. How they have the showcases and stuff. Mickey Mouse has never pitched a ride or attraction before. Minnie's never done that either. So what if there was a Disney characters showcase where they're pitching rides and attractions, the characters themselves?
Oh.
It's like, guys, I am Mickey Mouse, and I have an idea. And no, it's not Space Mountain 2.0. Fuck you, Braylon. Fuck you, fuck you, fuck you for using my voice, damn it, while I was an adolescent trying to grow up. And for the rest of you.
Can you imagine poor Donald trying to get all his concept visuals together, and all of a sudden,
I have an idea. And no one
all of a sudden,
laughs.
Stitch just eats it up, and then rats. Like, you know, had my better idea, whatever.
Don, like I said many times,
that'd be cool.
Don Duck is practically me.
Never thought of that.
It's like, oh man, who gets stuck with all the bad luck? This guy right here named Phil. I mean, all the things I try to do.
Yes. No, for sure. Yes.
I'm gonna present a ride for me. No doubt.
But you know, he hasn't given up though, right?
Oh,
he hasn't given up though, and he is sometimes more full swing, in depth in any project than.
Yes.
Not to say that we both don't do it, but
now you know Daisy will have to
go deep.
Now you know Daisy will have to ring it down for sure. Before we go, Stitch, if you could be at the Disney characters, showcase at D23 pitching a ride. I mean, you are one of the biggest merch sellers of all time. You surpassed Mickey Mouse. Would you have a suggestion to pitch at the Honda Center? I mean, that's a huge audience, Stitch.
Hawaiian roller coaster ride down Polly Tower.
And there it is.
And circle around Seven Seas Lagoon and go through Bungalow. Woo!
Disney,
Yeah.
Go ahead, Phil.
Yeah, I was watching Ron's stream yesterday, and he rode the reverse train to French Sealand.
Yes.
I told Ron that, like, oh God, I hope you don't blow up because this is controlling the train.
Yeah. Oh yes. There was a point in time where Stitch operated the train. Can I operate the train? And it's just like, oh God, he is still an alien at heart. Good Lord. With that said, one love, much love, all love to my theme park brothers in Christ, Phil and Florentine, and of course, we will be here for D23, giving you every single announcement, analyzing it from here, there, and everywhere. I'm sure that Offhand Disney and many others will be having their phones and battery packs, and just they'll be live on the ground. So get ready for a lot.
I hear that Culture Casino could be there, and definitely Blue Place 28 is going to be there. If you know him.
Okay.
He lives and always walks through Disneyland every week or every 2 weeks.
Gotcha. And by the way, y'all, you are usually able to watch some D23 on YouTube courtesy of Visa, but ABC and Disney Plus, what you would really be smart to do is put out a content creator call to ask and see if there are content creators who will be willing to host live coverage from the convention floor and broadcast on ABC and Disney Plus. Not like you got the power to do that. Oh, wait, you actually do have the power to do that. I was being facetious when I said that. So, with that said, let's get to the Daily Motivator, and then we're going to head on out. Like I said, the CW next live. They do not have any brand direction. Of course, I have Braylon-fied it for y'all, and wait till you see what I got. Can't wait for that for sure. We could never learn to be brave and patient if there were only joy in the world. Helen Keller, very powerful words. That is true. If we were always joyful, we wouldn't know how to grieve for sure. Hashtag Inside Out. It's time for the Daily Motivator for Wednesday, July 15th, 2026. Let yourself feel. Feelings can be complicated, contradictory, inconvenient, sometimes even temporarily debilitating. Yet despite their many difficulties, feelings enable you to experience who you truly are. There are all sorts of ways to evade, avoid, deny, postpone, and suppress your feelings, but rather than going through all that, is usually best to go ahead and let yourself feel. You may not like what a particular feeling has to show you. Even so, there's an undeniable truth in every feeling. in each feeling rather, you'll build strength by acknowledging it. Feelings might seem overwhelming in the moment. Nonetheless, you've moved beyond every feeling you've ever had. You can do so again. The feelings you love, the ones you despise, and all those in between arise because you care. And it's a good, empowering thing to care. Let yourself continue to care and let your authentic feelings continue to enrich your life, Ralph Morris. Really, Ralph? You gonna just really do that? Okay, fine. Let's talk about it. Let yourself feel. I think about what we do here.
Just saved the D23 on my phone.
Say that again?
I just saved D23 on my phone on the calendar here.
Gotcha. Understood, good sir. Thank you for that. I think about what we do here with BFP Imagineering and what I do with Rayleigh's Virtual Tour. And I think the reason why people are watching YouTube and social media more than television is because it's TV you can feel. There is the persona, but then there's the soul. But I truly believe that every single tour we have done as BFP Imagineering has always had the feeling of recognizing childhood, recognizing the power of information, but also not being afraid to be curious. Curiosity is a powerful tool and a dangerous weapon, depending on how you utilize it. Just like paint and thinner is powerful in Epic Mickey. So the first thing I will say is your words can be paint and thinner. Your words can be paint and thinner. Your words can be paint and thinner. I know what you're thinking. Ray, how does that work? Well, look at BFP Imagineering. Our words paint up a lot of things. And our words are also thinner to erase some things that, may need to be erased. But we also have to understand the weight of what we're erasing. Yes, go ahead, Phil.
This, how Thornton mentioned 3 times about Adventureland. It's going to be probably very important that we hear about Adventureland because they're going to start working on that immediately or very soon, immediately after they finish Space Mountain in Tokyo.
Yes.
Because you know what they were planning for the last 3 years, changing everything over there at Tokyo because unfortunately that's a surrounded by water as it used to be like a dock in Tokyo.
Right.
So they have to reimagine that Adventureland over there for a upride, another ride, maybe a third ride.
Lion King as well.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Lion King. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. We're going to look at that's going to be probably mentioned. I don't know. I'm not sure. I just know that upwards are there for number 1.
Right.
And something else, but things that stuck in my mind that was being removed was Jungle Cruise, unfortunately, which is Swiss Family Robinson. Yeah, okay, I see that going. Sure.
Right. No, absolutely.
So they decided to remove Jungle Cruise rather than change it up because one of my ideas was to retheme Jungle Cruise to the Jungle Book.
But that's the thing. I mean, I just said.
I'm just trying to find ways to have Jungle Book in the Walt Disney World. So it's either you have it in India, but India would need a new pavilion, and then in Animal Kingdom, unless you change that River Rapids ride, but I don't know if that River Rapids ride is.
Well, I'm just talking about
perfect
Japan.
Enough for it. Oh, Japan, yeah.
Yeah, Japan is what I'm talking about, not Disney World. I mean, I know. Yeah. You guys that I have like 10 acres behind Pirates, being that they removed the tracks already.
Right.
You like that damn thing, and voila, ta-da!
Yes.
And we wouldn't have to sacrifice a ride like you guys like to do all the time. People are sick of that.
No, absolutely.
We're going to have to look into Japan, what they're doing, just to see what could be potentially coming our way, maybe in the future.
No, absolutely. And to relate to that, let your authentic feelings continue to enrich your life. I think the one thing about us is that our feelings are very genuine, not just because we think about these things, but how we invest in our feelings. I want you to think about that for a second.
Yeah, and I want to say that our projects, we sometimes these projects we really feel them, but we care. The reason why we work, before we ever present something, it doesn't matter. Like for Phil, sometimes it takes months to get something done or that, because we really care about we really care with what we're coming up with, and what we come up with, we really care about. Brain would care about the prompts, or I would care about the conceptual art. And someone mentioned to me that if we didn't have, God gave us feelings, because otherwise we would be a robot. But the feelings that we are given, and of course it's never, our purpose is not to just go with feelings all day, because it would be like a roller coaster, up and down. But whenever you have feelings, like if you feel that you want to cry because you went through something by yourself, feel it. You're only gonna get through you're only gonna get through the other side if you just feel it. There's so many people that they just hold on to their feelings, and they compartment, and then it stays stuck in until one day it's gonna have to come out. It's gonna come out somehow or another. So there's a positive in there. There's a reason why we are meant to feel, but we're not meant to. But we are meant to feel. But at the end, whatever we feel has to be because we care, and not because we feel this and we feel that. Otherwise, we'd be feeling all day, and then you'd be feeling the wrong things too. So.
Oh no, absolutely. And to that point, the third thing I want to say to all of you is the feelings you love, the ones you despise, and all those in between arise because you care. And it's a good, empowering thing to care. Sometimes when we don't care, there are consequences for not caring about things. And had it not been for people caring about how to evolve, how to help, how to uplift, we wouldn't be where we are. So to me, with every tour that we do on Brainley's Virtual Tour Live, and with every, creative idea that BFP Imagineering has, we are empowering all of you and ourselves to know that, hey, us caring about Disney allows Disney to know that, hey, y'all not done yet. Because if we all stop talking about Disney, we all stop talking about the things that matter, how do we have a place to fall? Just saying. So, and I know I've dragged Disney a lot, but still, if Disney ever came to me and said, hey, Bray, we want to bring Brainley's Virtual Tour, or we want to do an overall deal with you for Disney, I would still be extremely honored, because Disney is that company that can take nothing and still make it something. We just want you to be better, damn it. Hell. So, with that said, it's time for the best outro on YouTube. But like I said, just give me a little bit of time, because I got to stay in the studio. Phil and Florentin know about that, because when we record, we got to stay in the studio for it to cloud, record and everything else. So give me a little bit of time. We want to talk about the CW. Wait till you see that. So with that being said, it's time for the best outro on YouTube. Know what you do and do what you know. Never say one point special, because you are always one of blessing and trust. You may not be where you want to be, but at the end of it, you'll be where you need to be. Do what you were chosen to do. Why is one thing to call yourself is another thing to be chosen. One love, much love, all love. We have spent time with you. You have spent time with us. And hopefully by spending time together. We'll rise and be great together. Always remember we're doing radio, television, YouTube, living your best life. But child, you're just saying, listen, a schedule is great, but make sure that what you're giving to the fans is something that they actually want to embrace. Make sure the replay is not just ready for you to watch it, not just ready to listen to, but if you want to experience it again. We love you, we value, we embrace you all. Always remember, see love you gotta give it, or see love you gotta give it, or see love you gotta give it. Wherever obstacles you've overcome, where successes you have achieved upon this particular day, we are extremely proud. But no one else is proud. Be proud of you, damn. So finally, y'all listen. I would just like to think that for all of the fans that have as many complaints about Disney and about anything, everything, like, just because people complain doesn't mean they're not grateful. Maybe they just want things to be better. And closed mouths don't get fed. So instead of thinking that people are ungrateful for something, how about you listen to the why? Because out of that why, you may learn the how to create a solution. Just a thought. Commercial break and fireworks coming your way for the day that was, for the day that is to come, and for the blessings on the way for you, me, all of us, as a society, as people, as culture. We feel the love, and we send it right back to you. Good night, everybody. I will see you all here in just a little bit. CW, I got a plan for them. They desperately need some brainization, and I got it for them coming up. We'll see you soon. Love y'all. Bye. Great show, guys. Love y'all very much. All right, bye.
Yeah.
I thought I should tell you, they've been talking about you. Yeah, they've been talking about you. They've been talking about the fact that they've done everything they could to stop you and everything they could to block you, but you still win. They've been talking about the fact that they have undermined your success and they have tried to sabotage your seasons, but you keep winning. They've been talking about the fact that even though they don't like each other, they get together to try to kill you, but you keep winning. They've been talking about the fact that you were voted least likely to succeed, but like cream, you keep rising to the top. They've been talking about how they tried to burn your world down, but like the phoenix, you rose from the ashes. They've been talking about you, and you know what they say? Oh, she's just lucky. He's just lucky. But no, you ain't lucky. You're anointed. You got something on you. You got favor on you. You got power on you. You were born to win. Now, they can call it luck, but it's grace. They can call it luck, but it's favor. But whatever they call it, it doesn't matter, because you know what God calls you? Do you know what God calls you? A winner. I thought I should tell you, they've been talking about you. Yeah, they've been talking about you. They've been talking about the fact that they've done everything they could to stop you and everything they could to block you, but you still win. They've been talking about the fact that they have undermined your success and they have tried to sabotage your seasons, but you keep winning. They've been talking about the fact that even though they don't like each other, they get together to try to kill you, but you keep winning. They've been talking about the fact that you were voted least likely to succeed, but like cream, you keep rising to the top. They've been talking about how they tried to burn your world down, but like the phoenix, you rose from the ashes. They've been talking about you, and you know what they say? Oh, she's just lucky. He's just lucky. But no, you ain't lucky. You're anointed. You got something on you. You got favor on you. You got power on you. You were born to win. Now, they can call it luck, but it's grace. They can call it luck, but it's favor. But whatever they call it, it doesn't matter, because you know what God calls you? Do you know what God calls you? A winner. I thought I should tell you, they've been talking about you. Yeah, they've been talking about you. They've been talking about the fact that They've done everything they could to stop you and everything they could to block you, but you still win. They've been talking about the fact that they have undermined your success and they have tried to sabotage your seasons, but you keep winning. They've been talking about the fact that even though they don't like each other, they get together to try to kill you, but you keep winning. They've been talking about the fact that you were voted least likely to succeed, but like cream, you keep rising to the top. They've been talking about how they tried to burn your world down, but like the phoenix, you rose from the ashes. They've been talking about you. And you know what they say? Oh, she's just lucky. He's just lucky. But no, you ain't lucky. You're anointed. You got something on you. You got favor on you. You got power on you. You were born to win. Now they can call it luck, but it's grace. They can call it luck, but it's favor. But whatever they call it, it doesn't matter, because you know what God calls you? Do you know what God calls you? A winner.
Open your eyes.
Think of the one place you've always wanted to see.
This is where our magic comes from?
They say if you dream a thing more than once,
Please, please, please.
it's sure to come true.
Everything you see exists together in the great circle of life.
There are stories about what happened.
It's true. All of it.
In every job that must be done, there is an element of fun.
I told you she was tricky.
Life is full of possibilities. What do you want to be remembered for?
The world is in our hands, and we gotta do something with it.
I just want to say a word of thanks to all the artists, the workers, and all of you. The young and the young in heart. You helped make this dream come true.
Because here's the thing, a good streamer can find other content. Because here's the thing, a good streamer can find other content. Because here's the thing, a good streamer can find other content. Because here's the thing, a good streamer can find other content. Because here's the thing, a good streamer can find other content. Because here's the thing, a good streamer can find other content.
Have been moving on my own accord, covering Black culture. There is more to life. I heard that, friend. Braylon, shout out to Braylon. Make sure y'all go follow Braylon in case y'all haven't. I love your content. I have been moving on my own accord, covering Black culture. There is more to life. I heard that, friend. Braylon, shout out to Braylon. Make sure y'all go follow Braylon in case y'all haven't. I love your content. I have been moving on my own accord, covering Black culture. There is more to life. I heard that, friend. Braylon, shout out to Braylon. Make sure y'all go follow Braylon in case y'all haven't. I love your content.
Child, Braylon been over there doing his thing, minding his GD business, staying out of trouble, trying to get the folks some positive stuff to talk about. Besides lying all the damn time. Child, Braylon been over there doing his thing, minding his GD business, staying out of trouble, trying to get the folks some positive stuff to talk about. Besides lying all the damn time. Child, Braylon been over there doing his thing, minding his GD business, staying out of trouble, trying to get the folks some positive stuff to talk about. Besides lying all the damn time. Child, Braylon been over there doing his thing, minding his GD business, staying out of trouble, trying to get the folks some positive stuff to talk about. Besides lying all the damn time. Child, Braylon been over there doing his thing, minding his GD business, staying out of trouble, trying to get the folks some positive stuff to talk about. Besides lying all the damn time? Child Relevant over there doing his thing, minding his GD business, staying out of trouble, trying to get the folks some positive stuff to talk about. Besides lying all the damn time?